Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody, as you're joining us live for the Aim Down Sights podcast, episode 32, with the fantastic NextGenNero and the soulful I Got Soul. Yeah. So there's a lot of topics, I think, this week, but we're just going to, while everyone slowly comes in here, check out what everyone's been playing, see how everyone is, and then kick off the show. Nero, I'm gonna go to you first. What have you been up to? What have you been playing? Yeah, how
All
are
right.
you?
I am good. I can't complain. I finally beat Dragon Age the Veil Guard. Don't worry, no spoilers. Guys, please check out the review on this channel. 17 minutes, probably my longest review. I'm not sure. I know one of my Starfield reviews is very lengthy. But man, I absolutely loved it. Man, this game really left me in my feels, bro, because like I said, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I spent a lot of time getting real close with my companions. I didn't get super close with everyone on purpose because I want to do different playthroughs and romance options and stuff like that. But I spent a lot of time with my people, man. And if you played Mass Effect 2, then if you know, then you know. You got to make decisions, and my decisions, I led everybody to down a dark road, man. So I beat that. I played that, man. Absolutely fantastic game. I picked up a few games on sale. I pretty much got every game in the Xbox Black Friday sale that I wanted. So I was more so keeping an eye out over on PlayStation. So I got to get Dad of War Ragnarok, Rise of Ronin, Stella Yams, and I'm really excited to jump into those. And speaking of Stella Yams, fuck you.
You're Stella Nero now. Honestly, it's
Pretty
fantastic.
pretty much. And for Xbox, I got to shout out the other side. What I've been playing over there. I checked out a bit of Stalker, and we're gonna talk about it. But personally, guys, I had to put it down, and it wasn't because of the performance or any bugs that I ran into. It's kind of like dead zone drifting issue on the Xbox controllers,
Yep.
and that was really frustrating to deal with. So hopefully that gets situated real
I'm not the only one
soon.
dealing with. Yeah, it's quite widespread. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Really?
really frustrating, man.
Mm-hmm.
And, also shout out to my boy Gritty. I've been fucking him up in Madden. Uh, we pretty much go game to game, man. Really good classic games. And last but not least, I almost threw my controller playing Halo Infinite the other day. I'm so sick of every teammate I get going 3-10, 3-8,
Oh,
two
you
and
just need to play
15.
with me, Nero. Then.
I need you. I need you. I need anybody. God damn it. But yeah,
You wouldn't want to play with me,
damn
buddy.
Gritty in here. I was hoping Gritty wasn't in here. And
Just got real funny just now outside. Oh my god. Yep. Go.
yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been playing, guys. Just really was focused on Veilguard, man. And I guess it's because I'm a reviewer or whatever, but it's just the sense of finishing a game that I know I want to make a review, a video about, and then actually finishing it, man. It's such a relief, man. So I was really happy with that game, man. I got some criticisms, I got some critiques. Me and Soul was talking a bit, so yeah. What have you guys been up to? Let me catch up
Yeah.
with the chat too. What y'all got going on, man?
Yes, please in the chat. What have you been playing this week? Please let us know. And Sol, what have you been up to this week? I mean, you jumped into a party that I was in, and then Pete was like, "I'm just gonna fucking throw Serena under the bus and just be
Yeah,
like, she's been talking
because
smack about you," and I was
Panda's been
like,
talking a lot of shit about her
"What?"
co-host.
Yeah.
It's all good though. Okay. And she didn't have anything to say when I got on the mic last night, but it's all good. You got the
Yeah,
opportunity
no,
to bare
I
your
was a little bit
soul
stoned
today,
when you
baby.
joined us,
To,
so I'll be honest.
yeah, no, I saw you guys said, wait a minute, Panda's up. What time is it over there? Let me jump in and then Panda, you spent like a whole hour and a half configuring the game and I think you like took 2 steps in the damn world. I was like, oh my
Oh,
God.
no, we played quite a bit because you
Oh
have to
my
play a bit of, or not quite a bit, you have to play a bit of, Ashen, like, so to a certain point before you're allowed to join a co-op in another person's game.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'd got through the first little bit and we're trying to join, but we just kept playing even though even though we couldn't join each other's game. Sorry, you're talking about what you were playing. And then
No,
I'm like,
no. It's all good. No, because last night, while you guys were doing your thing, I was in Veilguard, which prior to us, going live, we were having a really good conversation about it. I'm really enjoying Veilguard right now. Just trying to get these gameplay mechanics down and get this cooldown time for the companions, because I need to feel like I'm, got some strength, so I'm doing something right now. Really, it's just a user. The user is not that good, but it's okay. But I'm learning. But I am digging the game. The multiple paths
is
that you
this
can
your
go.
first Dragon Age game?
This is my first DA. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
That's right.
people.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people have their first DP. This is my first DA. So I'm really, I'm really enjoying it right there. Some of y'all might have cut that. Some of y'all might have missed that right there. But no. This is pretty.
Some people playing.
Oh my gosh.
Seafood. Wait, what?
Oh my gosh. Oh
What?
my
What are you laughing at?
gosh. You gotta see what I'm looking at. I just took a glance down at my phone and somebody is at it again. You know what? It's kind of like Devin Hester. You are ridiculous. Far Q.
Yo,
You
what?
are
Yo.
ridiculous.
Honestly,
I'm checking
I've
my
got
phone
his
and I didn't
body
get
pillow
anything.
one. I've got his
God.
body pillow one, and I've got his
my
PS5
gosh.
one, and I've got him as Mr. T. I just
Oh,
fucking
that
love it.
that Mr. T.
That
If you get him,
PS5 one,
can
though,
you
like,
please put these
put them up on screen. Yeah,
the
I'll put them up on
screen?
screen. Yeah,
Oh
I will.
my
I will defos.
gosh. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
He's just got a thing for you. Like, it's just keeping you humble, Nero. He keeps you humble.
I don't know what I
Fuck
did to
you.
deserve this, man.
You're
that
not
mis-
on camera. That's why
that's
you're
what it is.
getting
You're not on
trolled.
camera.
You know
You're
what?
not on camera. Yo,
Fuck you,
this
fuck you.
dude. Fuck you. Whoa. That's dope. I like that. I like that.
All right.
No, but that's what I've been playing.
I can't get mad because for every
Give me
2,
a
3
sec.
like really funny ones he make of me, he make one that's really freaking fire, and I'd be like,
he makes
yo,
one that
that's
I'm just like,
Oh,
damn, it's so good.
No, like these 3 that he sent
yo the Booker T, yo, bro.
Yeah.
are really good. This Mr. T
Yo.
is fire though.
All right,
Yo,
give
the
me a
Mr.
second. I'm
T
just
is
gonna go into
ignorant,
full
yo.
screen and
Yeah,
pop
just
it
go
up.
into the full screen. Go into the full screen.
That is diabolical. Yo,
Come on, man.
So fucking
That is
good.
it right there.
yo, that is
my
Oh, why
diabolical,
do we
yo.
have that on this layout?
And
There's
that right there, no,
there's
listen,
something wrong with
no,
you.
I'm happy he did that, right? Send that to me, because my girl always be like, I wonder how you would look without dreads. This is why I would never cut my locks.
That's
that right,
it.
yo, Farkey.
I mean, if you had that haircut, I think that says something very different about you not having locks to you having this particular haircut.
I would take that haircut if I didn't have locks.
Yeah.
Yo. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And the fact that you would go back and find Mr. T, yeah, that's it. That's it right there.
That's it. This is fucking great. Wait. I've got some more. I've got some more for you.
Yeah, let him roll. Let him roll. Let him roll.
We've got this one.
That's ridiculous.
So fucking good.
Far Q.
Fucking good.
Yo, ain't no
Far
way.
Q. Yo, Far Q. I got it. I need you to take that, right?
No.
I want you to take that, and I want you to put that image also and morph it into the body of a horse. Please.
Yo,
yes.
That's
send it to us during the show.
That is ignorant, yo.
Please make that happen. Please make that happen.
Yo.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
That is
so fucking good.
That is a really that's perfect right there, man.
That's why. Please, FarQ, make that happen. Drop it to me first, please. Oh my god.
I knew Nero you would love this. Thank you.
That is
comedy gold.
Thank you, bro. That is
comedy gold.
That
is top
right
tier,
there.
Man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Tier.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh my god.
All right.
That's it.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm trying to think. What else have I been playing?
Oh, he did this one.
What else you got? Oh, okay.
You know what? That's funny. Look, listen. When I get over my currently not playing Apex phase, I might need that for a thumbnail video if I main Gibby again. That's heat. That's fire.
No, that's
he's
dope.
3 for 3 so far.
Yeah, 3 for 3.
I like that.
That's fire.
Looks like a
I actually got to send that to my Apex homies, man. That's fine. Yo, like
if you've still got that fuck you, send it directly to Nero.
Yeah.
If not, I will. But like,
Oh yeah,
lol, it's fan-fucking-tastic.
yeah. That's
All
good
right,
work.
what else have you been playing? What else have you been playing
Ah,
while I slowly go through
yeah,
these
yeah, yeah,
photos?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man. Let me see here. Where did I go? Where did I go back to today? This week, I went back to Hitman. That's a favorite. I keep that in the rotation. Of course, my D4. I'm kind of weaning off of D4 though.
I
It's
have.
just it's not giving. And
It's
the
not.
thing is, like I
It's not
said
enough
last week,
loot.
yeah,
Like I'm not
I
getting
don't know.
the drops
It's
I
not
want.
giving, and it's making PoE2 look even better right now, especially with the hype
South
that's being
Vixar.
built around it. Yeah, so
It's a lot more involved. But
I really want to give it a shot, but I heard it's involved, which for a guy like me, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, dude, there's something wrong with you.
Yo,
No,
yo, what is
nah,
this? Yo,
what is
nah,
it's your body
nah.
pillow.
yo,
Y'all gotta see this other
man.
one. Hey, all I'm gonna say is
Yo,
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas,
Wait,
baby.
wait, wait. Soul. I don't know if I have that image, the one you're talking about. What's the
Because
one
I think
you
he's
have?
saying, because I said, yeah, he's sending me stuff. Look, he might be sending before y'all. Oh my
Fuck you.
God.
Any of the ones that you haven't sent,
Yo,
send them so I can put them up
this
on
is
screen.
wild.
Like, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Honestly.
yeah.
yeah, that Stellar Blade one
This
is
is gonna
funny as
have to
fuck,
be in our
Parky, man.
merch
You was a
store
menace,
Nah,
eventually.
you
yeah,
you
Yeah.
no,
you
for real.
gotta
We got to put some of these on T-shirts, yo.
you gotta
Like
see this
this
next
is
one coming up.
this is
Next
wild.
one coming up is dope. It's dope.
Oh.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
is that what I think it is? Oh yes, yes, yes. But anyway,
Yeah.
sorry, continue on.
The
Yeah,
Baby
yeah.
Panda Indiana Jones one was funny too. I don't know if you
I
ever
Oh
know
sent you that one. That was
we can't
hilarious.
get past anything because Far Q, but I am loving it. Keep them going.
He's a
Keep them
menace,
going.
man.
You know what I saw today? You know what I saw today? We took our daughter and we went with some friends and we went. Let me just say this. I need for those who are fans, and maybe if you're not a fan, this is not gaming related, but please, if you understand what I'm about to say, then you feel me. Please defy gravity. When I tell you Wicked,
the
let me
movie?
cuss. Let me cuss. Wicked was so fucking good.
I really
Wicked
want to
was
watch it.
so fucking good. It was really good. I'm talking about the parallels that you will see in society. You can't miss them. That's not the intent, I don't think, because I didn't read the books. This is my first time seeing anything in the form of the play, right? And it's in the movie. So I'm pretty sure there's some intent. So people are going to take it and call it what it is. But the movie was so good. The singing, phenomenal. Ariana Grande, she's really good in this. For what she's doing, she's really good in this. And then Elphaba, I can't think of her name, Cynthia Irvio, or I'm about to mess her name up.
The one who
Cynthia.
plays
She played she played Harriet Tubman, but she also played, oh my gosh, in a few other movies. She's phenomenal. The girl can sing her ass off. She is perfect for this role. She is perfect for this role. The movie is so good. I need people, if you were thinking about going to watch it, please go and watch it. If you have kids, I think they'll dig it. I think the boys will dig it. The girls will probably dig it if they're into that. If you're into that thing, your kids are into it, your spouse, your whomever. It's a damn good movie, but it is long. It's 2 hours and 41 minutes. And I'll tell you this. This is part one. It is part one. But when you leave, you're like, oh, I can't wait for part two. This was good. This was really, really good. And that's all I got. I don't want to, no spoilers, no nothing. But I think everyone who was in that movie did an excellent job. Jeff Goldblum, I mean, I think the dude he's been acting himself as himself for what, 40, 50 years now. You're getting the same character, but he's phenomenal in every time he plays a role. So you're going to get him as that. Ariana Grande did a really good job.
yeah. She's
If
really good.
once you see it and you know the role of Galinda, she kills it.
Well,
She actually kills it. Like
I
like
always watch her on it when she is on SNL, and she does a fantastic job on SNL. So, yeah.
she does a great job. I mean, she kind of steals the scene when she's in a scene, and when you see the little hair flip deal, you're gonna fall out because she does a great job. It almost feels SNL ish when she's doing that. And I'm glad that you said that. It's a really good movie. I'm excited. I think I might take my daughter back so we can see it again. It was that good to me, but I like a good musical. Next up is Gladiator 2. I think that's either tomorrow or Monday. And then there it is, that foolishness. And then I'm trying to see Red Moana next week as well. And Red One with The Rock and whatnot. So this is, I'm off this next week. So I have time on my hands to go check out these movies. So in between getting some good gaming
I'm
in,
going to see Moana too. With my
yeah, I can't wait for
lady
that
and
one. But
baby
I
girl.
don't know if they're gonna have any songs. They're gonna top the shiny song with the crab. I don't know if anything's gonna top that. So,
Yeah, it's true.
give your turkey a good old rub. Yeah, you do a
That
lot of
that that
turkey
is that
rubbing
is
over
some
there,
sick
don't you,
work right
baby?
there, man. That is some
Yeah.
diabolical work, man. Like,
Yeah. You like to rub that turkey, don't you? You
man is
old
a
turkey
menace,
rubber,
yo.
you.
Yeah,
You old
he
turkey
is. He
rubber.
fucking
Yeah,
is.
so
He's a
he's a menace.
big menace.
RQ, you are
Love
I
the
got
him.
menace.
40,000 Microsoft reward points for the first person that bring me far keys, man.
That's wild. Panda, what you
Redeem
been playing,
those
baby?
and
A few games this week. I actually spent a little bit more time gaming this week than I have previous weeks. But been playing Ashen because that's now back
Okay.
on Game Pass, and I never touched it the first time it was
Okay.
there back in like 2018.
Okay.
And was trying to play co-op yesterday with Pete, but that was a failure. Jumped into Sniper Elite 5. Fucking love that game.
Mm,
If you haven't played it, I recommend it. It's a really good game, and also it's co-op. So you can play through the campaign and co-op together if you want. Um, yeah, I'd finished that game. The only thing I haven't finished on that game was like the DLC. Like I haven't bought the DLC. I do need to buy the DLC. But I've done all the missions. I think there's like 4 collectibles I'm missing off 1 mission. So I have to finish that. And it's just great. The kill cams are fantastic. We were just headshotting everything. And just having a ball, and you go through so much faster through those maps because I'm the type of person who goes through and like methodically clears a section and
got you.
kills every single bad guy on every map. I don't leave anyone alive, and then I finish the map and I'm like done. So much faster, so quick, so good. It was just lovely, and like so we're gonna no doubt go through all the maps and campaign and finish them off because he still hasn't finished the whole campaign yet, so he doesn't have all the unlocks from the workbenches. But yeah, I feel like I've been playing something else this week, and I can't think of what it was. Oh, yes, I have. I was messaging you in the chat about this. I started Stalker 2,
Hmm.
and I didn't run into like stick drift issues, but I know people have run into them. Pete is one of them, and so he can't play that game. He was also playing on like the medium difficulty, and it was too hard. He'd already died like 30 times. And
Mm.
I'm like, I don't usually
get
play
good,
these.
Pete.
Yeah, basically. So I started that game. I think it's a game where it's going to be a bit of like a marathon for me. I'm just going to like chip away at it because it is hard. It is very hard, and there's so many things that I don't understand about the game. Like I'll be in an area and there'll be nothing around me, and I'm like taking damage, and I'm like, I don't understand why I'm taking damage. And so there's a little
Mm.
bit of that going. What's going on that I'm taking damage? But thoroughly enjoying it. Yeah, that's kind of been me and my gaming this week. Just Sniper Elite, Ashen. I feel like there has been another game on top of Stalker 2, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But there'll be something else, no doubt. But yeah, having a good time, just relaxing.
Love to see it.
Yeah, and then I get to hang out with you guys all on today for like a couple hours. But yeah, hit me up, Soul, if you do want to try Pillars of Eternity. I would happy to jump on and play some co-op with you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We just have to
Sounds
line up
good.
our time zones. That's so frustrating, the time zone thing. But I have
Yeah.
been good. I was doing some stuff around my house. I had the weed eater out, like just cutting all like weeds close to like the fence line and clearing stuff. And then I was meant to wash the outside of my house yesterday, but the weather turned, and I'm gonna wash the outside of my house hopefully after the podcast, just so it's all nice and clean. Yeah, I'm just adulting, living my best old life, and getting everything ready for end of year. End of year is coming up so quick.
Guys, before we get
quick.
to the topic, here I go, man. Like,
Give me a second though. I just want to put us back to the 3, and I'll take down the.
oh yeah. I was just gonna say, it's so central, and I honestly think it's going to have, because it's nowhere near as bad as something like a Cyberpunk. Reviewers all reviewed the game before getting the huge day one patch. I'm not coming on the podcast making excuses for them. They did develop this in war, in the middle of turmoil, and rest the soul of the few people that passed. Yo, the game, you can tell the game is really like it. It just has that feeling, that when I played it for just a little bit, because this is
They're
one
a
of my
double A studio, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so. This is one of my most anticipated games of the year, and I have no problem with waiting. Indiana Jones is in what, guys? What, 10 days? Something like
December
that.
6th, so yeah, like 10 days. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 24th
No,
for
it is
me,
not.
so it's the
Oh my
25th,
gosh.
24th for me, so yeah, 10 days.
yeah. So that's coming really soon. But
I gotta hurry up and finish Veilguard.
like last week when I was talking about why I was frustrated because of a vow being
This is
delayed.
another reason
This
why.
is a reason why I wanted a vow, because this game, I'm sorry, not sorry. I don't mind jank. That's not my problem, but just the bugs, and even some people I really trust. Like, shout out to the homie Nico on Twitter, Xbox centric guy, love Xbox. Yo, like, play every game that come out. Y'all think I play games? He play games, right? He had to
Techno
stop
high.
playing because he ran into a game breaking bug where he couldn't get out of a door. So people is running into like these bugs and stuff, and it's like, okay, cool, but this is just another reason why I wanted a vow. The Starfield Shattered Space DLC didn't hit home for a lot of people. Black Ops is amazing, great game, extremely grateful for that to be in Game Pass. But do you really want to deal with skill-based matchmaking every time you hop into that? So it's like, I just feel like a vow would have been the perfect balance to come this year. And when you try to say something is getting delayed because it's a busy launch window, I feel like when you say something like that, I need everything in that launch window to hit. And I guess I said all that to say that everything in this launch window didn't hit, at least not day one. Shattered Space, and I'm happy. This is not a topic, but I'm happy I mentioned that Shattered Space received a big patch recently, and Bethesda announced that they are over 15 million players for Starfield. So, congrats to them. That's huge. But
We're gonna yeah.
that game needed some TLC, some love after when it launched. Had to get ironed out. Stalker 2 needed some love, which is totally understandable. Things don't look perfect all the time.
Stalker 2 needed a little bit more time in the oven. Yeah.
Definitely. And it kind of makes me think, if you say, but see, people going to defend it and say, well, this is not a first party game. I get that. But if I was Microsoft and seeing the state and knowing what it was, I would have definitely tried to get them to swap.
Sometimes though, like, and I know and I'm not defending them or anything like that, it's just a reality of the situation is you get this many people playing this game. They're gonna find bugs you never bloody run into.
Definitely.
It's stress testing everything. So I mean, some of the bugs are pretty bad. But and some people going, it reminds me of Cyberpunk. If you played Cyberpunk on last gen systems,
oh man,
this does not remind me of Cyberpunk in any way, shape.
That's the only refund I ever got in my life from PlayStation.
And
I love Cyberpunk. And I guess the last thing, right, with Stalker is, I would take a game that's buggy but has a whole bunch of soul than to take an extremely polished game that's completely soulless. There's a lot of soulless ass games out there that just feel hollow, empty, and just feel like, they're just here to be here. So when I get the games like a Stalker, a Metro, a Starfield, I
Yeah.
really appreciate those games. Whether they're
Yeah.
perfect, not day one, best believe I will be returning. And shout out to Game Pass. Game Pass, this is situations where you get to download a game. Oh, what, it got stick drift problems? Oh, what, it's buggy, it's bugs. All right. I lost
Well,
nothing. I can come
the,
back.
the fact that it, and I just want to point this out, the developers said they weren't expecting this many people to pick up the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's launching in Game Pass, right? So people are going to pick it up. Some people want to buy to own their games, and then it's on PC. And this game screams PC to me. And so hitting 1 million copies sold in under 2 days is
Insane.
fantastic.
Crazy.
Which, I mean, that many sales, you need to go and do some more optimization and fix some bugs. Because
You know what
could
that
lead
told me?
not,
When they hit
not
a million.
continuing the game.
Oh, I'm sorry, Panda. But when they hit 1 million, what that told me is I smiled when I seen that tweet because I said, yo, this game is going to get so much support over the coming years.
Yeah.
Like the fact that the hardest part is done, guys. So if you're a fan of Stalker 2 or you're interested and you just had to put it down, that's okay. The hardest part is done. They got the game out to millions. It sold over 1 million copies. Game Pass doesn't cannibalize sales, apparently.
No.
Same shit with Call of Duty, right? So
Breaks that
got
narrative.
it out. That's really important for them to get that out. This is huge
Hey,
for them. And
none of that
a
Houdini
million
shit.
is 2
None of that
days is
Houdini.
crazy.
Stop lying, Nero. We know, we've been told by a very particular part of the community that it cannibalizes sales and that, PC gamers pirate all their games and Xbox gamers don't buy anything.
All right, I'm going to ask this to them. If Game Pass cannibalized Stalker 2 sales with 1 million in 2 days, what the fuck cannibalized Astrobot sales with 1.5 million in damn near 2 months?
Are you? Well, who knows?
And you know what? I'm really tired. I'm so disappointed in the PlayStation community because I've been playing Astro's Playroom and playing that.
Good
I'm like,
fucking
yo,
game.
I can see why people is calling Astrobot a game of the year contender, even though I haven't played that, just from playing Astro's Playroom. So the fact that fan base over there with 65 million users over there didn't buy that game the way they should have, yo, like, come on.
It wouldn't have got played if it was an actual pack-in like before.
Well,
It
apparently
wouldn't-
though,
it
with
still wouldn't be
Astrobot's
played.
Playroom, play the next one. It's a great game, but they're saying that like they don't push the tech as much as they did in the first game, so they don't utilize it as well as they did in the first game with the controller. And I'm like, you should be pushing it. You gave them a taste of what it's like in the what tech demo of what the controller can do and what the system can do. Why don't you just push it a little bit
So
more?
what you saying they took a step back?
Or just with some of the implementation of the DualSense 5 controller. Like they still use it, but it's just not as. I feel like they did a better job of using it in the first game. Yeah, like especially with your half triggers. You know, where you've got your half trigger points. You know, when you're climbing with the monkey and like if you touch one of those cracked ones and you put the full down, it like breaks it. Yeah, they just don't utilize it as well as they could, like they did in the first game. But it's still like
I'm happy you put that on my
understanding it is
radar
a good
because my birthday is December 2nd. I kind of already treated myself, but if I decide, because the sale for Astrobots end on the 3rd, the day after my birthday, so I might just make an impulse decision and try to grab it that night right before it ends. It depends, but with you telling me that is gonna be something I keep an eye out for. Because I've been enjoying the DualSense with Astro's Playroom. So if I get Astrobot where I'm not gonna pay 60 because it's on sale right now. But if I was to pay 60 for that and it's using less features and rumbles than what was in the install game from launch, that's kind of diabolical.
I love. Sorry, just lyrics statement. What cannibalized Concord's player base? Concord cannibalized Concord.
Oof, man.
Fan
base
stars,
that was right.
Destruction All Stars. Yeah, I still think they should have released Last of Us.
X Defiant killed Concord.
Factions. I think they should have still released Factions. I feel like it would have done something. It would have done more numbers than Concord. And even like Lego Horizon isn't doing as well either. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, that's a flop. That's a
yeah,
flop.
it's released on 2 systems. Like,
I told you that you and Soul was the only two people on planet Earth excited for
hey, I'll
goddamn
stick
Lego
with
fucking
it. I like my
Horizon.
Lego games. I'm gonna stick
I
with
like
that.
Lego games, man. They're dope. They're
Yeah,
dope.
they are.
But what I'm
They are.
hearing is that they didn't have the same developers that you typically do the Lego games, and so that heart and soul of a Lego game just wasn't there. So I think people who went in
Mm.
looking for a Lego game didn't get a Lego game, and they got fucking
But
Horizon.
Aloy have no heart and soul, so why should anybody expect any heart? I don't give a fuck if it's Lego, a sci-fi horror, a spinoff from Halo. It's gonna be soulless. She has no soul. Sorry,
Yeah,
Gritty. I know you like that
that's
game,
true.
but
I don't know. Maybe Shang Tsung took her. So I don't know.
But yeah, I just want to say kudos to Stalker 2 hitting 1 million copies sold in 2 days.
I agree, Mike.
Kudos to no doubt that they're going to work with the gaming community to do quality of life improvements, because there's definitely optimization needed for both the console and PC. And I feel like I know that it was delayed from last year when they played and it was still quite, janky. And so that's had another year of like polish. So I would hate to have seen what the version was that people played last year versus what we get at launch this year. But very quickly, Capcom's new IP, what is it? What is it?
Kanetsu Gami Path.
Kunitsugami,
Yep.
Path of the Goddess, did not translate to commercial success. So it was they talked about it during a earnings call, and so they've released 4 games in this quarter, and which was what was it? Dead Rising remaster. I can't remember what else they've released, but they've released a few games, and it just didn't do as well as they thought it was going to do, even though it received high
Shadow.
ratings,
Yeah.
um, and such. So didn't reach the number of planned units that they were thinking it would sell. And this is a game that released on Game Pass as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, when I looked at this game and I was like, yeah, I'm excited to try it, but then I keep reading like the gameplay stuff and I'm like, I don't know if I'm interested in that style of gameplay, like the mechanics.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
haven't touched it because it's the mechanics that are putting me off it at the moment. I'll probably give it a go eventually, but I don't know. Just
I will say, Panda, I think this might be something where you might smoke or and actually get a little buzz and get used to the mechanics, and you might actually enjoy it. I thought this was very dope from the demo that I played
okay.
before it fully launched. I haven't went back and fully played and beaten it, but it was something unique and different. So I'm just saying, I'm tired of gamers asking for unique and different, and then when they get unique and different, they don't support it.
Yeah.
And this is just another example. Hi-Fi Rush was an example. Astrobot right now only selling 1.5 million is an example. And I don't care what anybody say. Shadows Generation sold what 2-3 million they announced within the first week.
Yes.
You got Stalker dropping 1 million sold when it's on
Capcom
Game
and
Pass in the
Sega
day.
are just fucking killing it at the moment, right?
Absolutely. So this is tough for them. People is gonna probably blame the Game Pass situation, but I feel like this probably could have been marketing a little bit better. I remember
Yeah.
seeing it at one of
I think
Xbox
so. I
shows,
think I
and
agree.
then I never seen anything else until it
Well,
released.
I
So
think they should have done some like gameplay of it as well,
mhm.
so people could get an idea of what the gameplay loop was like, and that wasn't very clear in any of the marketing for that game. Unless you, I guess, picked up the demo or tried it in Game Pass. Like, if I wanted to go do that, I would have to go and like actively go watch a YouTube video or do something like that instead. I like a little bit of understanding how the gameplay loop works, which is why I liked the Indiana Jones deep dive, which is why I did like and I do like it, the Avowed sort of gameplay deep dives that we've been seeing. But yeah, any thoughts on the Path of the Goddess game there? So, I mean, this is all in our quick news.
Mhm.
Nah, I'm good. When I saw it, when they previewed it,
Okay, Gritty. I'm gonna
it
your recommendation.
looked great. But I knew right off top it wasn't my style of game. And so, if someone was playing it, I'd watch. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. It looked beautiful. I like the gameplay that they showed. I just knew that more likely it wasn't going to be for me, so it didn't even get a download for me. Usually, I download most games that do hit
Mm-hmm.
Game Pass,
Mm.
small and large, just to kind of dabble in, see if it's something that I kind of want to get into, and then hey, I go ahead and delete and keep it moving. But I knew
You're
this
not
wasn't one
wrong,
for
Mike.
me.
I
Yeah,
agree, Mike.
Mike is definitely not wrong,
He's not
but
wrong.
I think also, I don't know if Microsoft, or excuse me, Xbox, kind of takes responsibility for marketing once it hit the Game Pass,
Mm.
but
Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's a good
Capcom didn't
question.
really give any other push outside of that. And if they were looking for something, then you got to put something behind it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Very
so
true. Yeah.
I
Did
mean,
it
just
launch on? Did it launch on PlayStation, or was it only PC and Xbox at the time? I
I
can't
think it's
remember.
only on Xbox and
I
PC.
think it's only on Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So if that wasn't part of the deal, then
Hmm.
because truth be told, I don't even remember that hitting my dashboard to let me know it
Mm.
was there. And usually
No, it
I don't
didn't.
even remember seeing it. So out of sight, out of mind. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know?
Um. Very
Shout out
true.
to Capcom though, man, because they have been delivering me some of my favorite games this generation. They
Oh,
are
this year, man.
absolutely
This year.
amazing. And speaking of Capcom, before we get to the next quick piece of news, they nailed this PS5 Pro enhancement. Like a lot of those have been hit or miss. Silent Hill 2 looks like shit on the PS5 Pro, which is very frustrating because if you know, then you know that's the reason I bought a
At
PS5.
the PSSR at fault for that.
Yes,
Yep.
and I believe
High
they
upscaling.
disabled PSSR in the late. So people did some digging, and they're using the old, literally one of the first versions of PSSR because they not on the latest GDK
When
version of it.
DLSS first came out,
Yeah,
right? So
exactly.
every iteration of PSSR is going to
Hmm.
get better. Just like when Xbox introduces their implementation, um, it'll get better. Yeah.
Definitely. Guys, man, thank you to the 15 people in here with us right now. We really appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure y'all take a shot every time I mention PlayStation. And shit, let's see how loose we get. Now, this next piece of
Say, baby,
news,
we trying to get Diddy baby oil loose up here tonight. You know what I'm
yo, man,
saying?
that's really loose,
Mhm.
That's really loose.
Um, yeah. Do you want to head off the next quick topic, Nero,
Yes.
for me? Yeah.
So, guys, this is something I'm really excited about because this is one of the only Assassin's Creeds I have not beaten. I love Assassin's Creed. It's
Ooh.
near and dear to me. I love that game franchise. Not perfect, far from it. But Ubisoft is trying, guys. I know a lot of people want to see them fail to the point where they cease to exist. And I'm trying to tell you guys, mark it here, clip it. When Ubisoft ceases to exist, you guys is going to miss them
Yep.
and what they do. With that being said, they gave an absolutely free update to Assassin's Creed Syndicate, a free 60 FPS update available right now for the PS5, PS5 Pro, Series X and S. So, guys, make sure you go check that out if you own that game.
Pretty
Or
sure it's in
it be
Game
on
Pass,
sale a lot
right?
too. I'm not sure. I think that one not in there.
Or it was the Games with Gold. I own
Yeah, it
it,
was with
and
Games with Gold, I
as soon as
believe.
you open up, like in my games list on Syndicate, it literally says like talks about the 60 FPS patch.
Mm,
And I'm like, yes, that's the sort of like thing you want to see on your game tiles is
mm-hmm,
improvements and optimizations. And I'm like,
mm-hmm.
cool, I need to go back and play that because I turned it off a while ago. Like I started it, but I do need to go back to it. And I feel like 60 FPS patch is definitely going to be a reason to go back in and play this game. 100%.
Definitely. Love to see it, man. I love when game and the fact that it's just so random and this late, like, yo, I love that. Like that's
Fuck
so
you.
awesome.
Game Pass Daily. Well, we will all be paralytic by the end of the show for every time Nero
Ah,
mentions
whatever,
PlayStation 5.
whatever, whatever,
He's
whatever.
saying he's going to be so drunk.
Okay, hold up. I wanted to mention something too. Cause I've been being called a pony bot. I've been being called all this shit.
We
But
love you. Fuck you.
Stein on Twitter post. I know you guys seen it. It was a little meme, a little joke. He replied to Jeff Keighley, and on the zoomed in picture of the PS5 Pro, he said, "This is an Xbox." So I'm just saying, if the
He
Xbox
did. He did.
higher
I
ups
saw
get to
that.
do this, if they get to say that silly shit and troll and play around, then I don't want to hear nobody saying a goddamn thing about me when I come on this show crying about Halo going elsewhere or PlayStation being the Xbox. I don't want to hear it.
Well, considering like I think the attachment rate for like COD the for Black Ops 6 on the PlayStation 5, the attachment rate is ridiculous. Then yeah, it's an Xbox. They're all playing an Xbox game now. So
No
you're
lies
all
detected.
playing an Xbox.
Literally.
It's working. Hydra.
Yeah.
Hydra.
If you have been living under a rock, and thank you to Fuck You for sending me the link. I woke up and I had the link, so there you go. The Xbox Avatar program and editor and store is closing in January 2025. And I know they definitely brought it over to the Xbox One, and it was grandfathered into the Series X and the Series S for this gen, but it started in the 360 and they modified it. I'm kind of sad to see it go in a little bit, but I also understand it's not a necessary thing, and their focus and time, energy, and money doesn't need to be on this. They can put that somewhere else. And so, just an FYI for anyone who has purchased anything from that store for their avatar, you will be getting refunds into the account that you either purchased it from or the account that is on file for them. And so, I think that's a good thing. Like, they're closing this out and they're giving your money back. So I think that's the only like little bookending that time. But I am sad. Like, when I have a look at my achievements, my avatar's there in the Shazam superhero suit because I love Shazam.
Yeah.
And I get to see that every time I'm looking at how many achievements I've got for the month, and then looking at everyone else's avatars as well. So kind of be a little bit sad to see it go. Do either of you care about this? Probably not. It's an
I'm
quick
gonna
news.
be honest. I have not cared about avatars on Xbox since the 360 era. So this does nothing for me. I haven't touched my avatar. I'm gonna be honest. It was last year when I figured out avatars were still a thing. I was playing around through Xbox menus, editing some things, adding my Discord and Twitter links to my actual Xbox account, and I seen an avatar and it was like customized. I said, "Huh." I chuckled to myself and never touched it. So it was a big deal to me though during the 360 era, but I guess just as time went on, I kind of just like, shrugged it off, I guess. But that's good. They're giving people their money back.
Yeah, no, that is good. I could care less. I haven't looked at that thing in I don't know how long. I mean, every once in a while, if I happen to scroll and hit it, it's cool to see my little guy fly around and float. But other than that, it's all good. They can go ahead and put those resources somewhere else.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So,
I'm with you, brother.
man, put those resources. Hey, fix the damn UI on the screen. How about that? How about we get that second row right at the bottom? How about we get that off? Make it really, really small.
Thank you.
Or just do away with it. Bring the smaller row right above. Bring that down and allow us to kind of set how we want our screen to be. That's what I wish they would do.
How about you fix that shitty ass DVR system too?
Hey, man, there you go. I have this beautiful background, dynamic background of Dragon Age, or I like the one for Avowed and the many other ones that I've used, but you can't see it. So how about we fix the screen so we can see it? I mean, you're putting all this resources into that. I want to see the screen.
What annoys me about that is the people who make that dynamic background would have an Xbox on hand to see how it's going to display on an Xbox. Why wouldn't you adjust it so that the bits that you want to see are in the areas where all this empty space is up the top, and the bits that don't matter so much in behind the tiles? Because they have adjusted the tile sizes to see more of the image, but I feel like sometimes the design of the live wallpapers don't take advantage of the real estate available on screen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree with you though. Think about it. Like, it does needs to be fixed.
I like to say I don't have my hat right here, but I would like to put on my pony hat right here with old Nero, and I'm gonna borrow his lasso.
Yes, sir. Let me pass it to you, buddy.
Brad, let me have that lasso. And I would like to say, That is one thing that I do like about the PlayStation UI interface.
Me too, brother. When
Have
I'm
they
sitting
brought
back
back?
playing my PlayStation and
I
I'm
will, I
cruising
will,
through that
I
menu,
will say that when I got the
so much
5
better.
and I turned it on, and you get the little you get the little chime and all the other shit. Okay, that's cool. And I was like, oh, it's pretty clean. I was like, damn,
Mm,
it's clean. And
have they got a lot
I
more?
like how it scrolls and scrolls. I said, damn it. Now copy this, copy
Mm.
that, and then copy the whole. And I don't understand why an Xbox doesn't do this. Copy that. Just copy it. Shit on it. Just copy it. Don't even have to try to put it. Just copy it, right? But then they have this feature on there, not for the UI, but it's just a feature on PlayStation where you can literally do like the picture in picture gaming. So if I still had mine and I hollered at Nero like, "Yo, hey, I'm on Velguard right here. I'm at this point. Hey man, well, what point are you on? Okay, hold on. Let me bring you in. I can literally bring him in, picture in picture. He can watch what I'm playing, and then he can guide me along the way.
Yeah, they
Dope,
do need to add a feature like that.
dope. That is, I'm not gonna lie. My cousin, he
That
kind
would
of
be
he kind of turned
so
into a
helpful when
Sony
I'm.
guy, and I was playing Uncharted 4, and it was something that I was just, I don't know, I was struggling on. He's like, "Yeah, man, okay, now go around here, do this, do this, do this," and I thought it was so cool, and I couldn't tell him in the moment. I was like, I can't tell him this is cool. I can't tell him this is cool, but it was cool that he could jump in and watch me playing right there, and this was all in game.
Yeah, they need to do that, especially for like if you're playing with someone and they're like, "Hey, have you got this collectible?" Da da da, and you're like talking them through where to go, and they're like, "Oh, I still
Yes.
can't find it." And you're like, "Pull it up on screen, and here's the way to go." The only thing I was going to ask is, have they got a lot of live wallpapers up and running on the PS5 now? Because I know that when they transitioned to the PS5, obviously they updated their UI and a lot of the wallpapers didn't make that transition over. So
Not that I
I
noticed.
don't know
I know
when
the
I
PlayStation 5 Pro has an exclusive one. And it's kind of like really, really dope because it shows like the chip that's inside the system and it's
okay.
animating like the processor and the energy running through the chip. So that's pretty dope. But as far as customization, Xbox wipes it, like just
Yeah.
clears for sure. So
Yeah,
each system basically got benefits and drawbacks, man.
it's their own little things that they're
yeah,
working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and I
yeah.
mean like them getting rid of the avatar system, right, should hopefully mean that they can focus on maybe the fucking DVR. Who knows?
Mm,
Yeah. What is next
talk to
on
me.
our list?
I can cover it if you would like.
Yeah.
This is y'all know I love Remedy, man. I'm a Remedy clucker, yo. Remedy Capital Market Day, man. We got some news for any fellow Remedy fans. Alan Wake 2 has sold 1.8 million units, which is absolutely diabolical for what I think is one of the best survival horror games this generation and probably ever. But I believe that Remedy did shoot themselves in the feet. I don't believe it's on Steam even to this day. I might be wrong about that, but it was some PC front where it
Oh
wasn't.
yeah, well, we talked a little
And
bit.
yep, and then on top of that, you didn't have physical day one as well. So just little things like that probably don't help, But overall, man, what those problems are not, that's just a really good game. Honestly, the game should have sold 2 million on Xbox and then 4 million on PlayStation. That's just I'm biased. That's how good I think the game is. So uh, I know that's probably me wanting too much, but seriously, guys, it's Black Friday. If you see Alan Wake 2 on sale, pick that game up. If you have a Series X, it is going to for sure take advantage of your powerful console and it's going to put it to
Mm,
use. If you have a PS5 base model, you need to
yeah.
upgrade to the Pro because shit going to be blurry over there. But if
Hey.
you have a Series X and a PS5 Pro, man, go play this game. It's absolutely beautiful, man. I love Alan Wake 2. Also, Control 2 will be an action RPG, which I think is really dope. I'm interested. You play Control, Panda, or
I've
so?
played it, yeah. I haven't finished it, but I've got it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm interested to see how that RPG whole thing is going to work. I mean, you could argue that this one is an RPG because you could choose like your skill points and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
way dialed back. And then lastly, they said Control will be getting a free update early 2025, unlocking some previously released content.
Good.
So
Yeah. Good.
shout out to Remedy. They absolutely deserve all the success that they're gonna get. I'm extremely excited for the Max Payne 1 and 2 remake. Did you guys have anything to say about that?
I'm just sad about I'm never going to get a Quantum Break 2.
Yeah, I know, man.
Mm.
Man.
Fucking loved that game.
Yeah, good
Mhm.
game.
I finished it in one day. I bought it and I finished it in one day. I played it for 8 hours straight and finished it.
Yeah, it's a really dope game.
I am
I hate
so
the fact
happy to
that
be
the
in
TV part would probably have taken off now compared to then. You know
right.
what I mean?
I
With
think so too.
how interactive it was, very ambitious.
Mhm.
You know, and like again, it's one of those things that Xbox, Microsoft, they're just kind of ahead of the
Fucking
curve
do
in.
a Series X patch for it and like re-announce and like get some people buying it again. Something.
But it still holds up graphically. It looks
I
really,
know
really
it
good.
does.
You
Well,
know,
there was
you
only
know, they could squeeze out
one
a little
person
gameplay.
who did the Xbox One X patch.
Yeah.
One person.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So,
Wow.
uh-oh.
Okay. All right. I'm going to pop this
Oh,
up. Sol, do you want to read this out for us?
Yeah. Red Wolf Renegade with the 10. Stalker 2 has been an instant game of the year from me. 90% of the reviews that came out were pre-patch. Now is the time to jump on Stalker 2 with your Diddy oil. Even more updates are on the way addressing some of the issues. That's 2 fingers in the back door. All right.
Thank you, Red Wolf. Thank you, brother.
2 fingers in the back door.
Yeah. Look at that face he's
Yeah,
making too.
right,
Yeah.
Yep.
Enjoying that. Yeah. So thank you. Thank
I
you.
think it's a
Thank you
really
for the
good
10.
game too, and I
I think
barely
it's a good
played it.
game.
I think it's a great game. Red Wolf, I'm happy you mentioned Stalker 2 because Jazz Gordon just put out a tweet maybe about 20, 30 minutes ago, guys, saying that they have already addressed the issues with the stick drift and dead zone on Xbox will be updated next week. So it's not live yet,
Yes.
but hopefully this time next week after Thanksgiving, all full, we'll be playing this game and getting
Yep.
lost in the zone. So
Yep.
shout out to
100%.
them.
That's fantastic news. That's fantastic news.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Red Wolf, for the super chat.
Yes,
Really
sir. Thank you,
appreciate
bro.
it. I'm really enjoying it. I haven't played much of it, but I know that there are people who this is not the game for them, and I'm like, that's with any game. Cool. What was it?
It's just
Callisto.
funny how people complain about Stalker 2 because they can't get good. And then when you get kiddie games like Astrobot, you don't buy that. The fuck do you
It's
guys
too
want?
easy.
Like what the
Well,
fuck?
you know what I
Like,
think they want? You know what I think they want, to be honest? I think they want COD. It ain't COD.
yeah, yeah,
Every shooter ain't gonna be COD. Every
yeah,
shooter is
yeah.
not fast. And it's not really a shooter.
Damn, Wolf.
Yeah.
So
Sending you love.
oh my gosh, that's tough. So people got to go into the game realizing that. And I think they go into a lot of these games with the wrong frame of mind. And it's not that. You know what I mean? It's not that at
Yeah.
all. So, you know, I think that's why a lot of people write these games off, especially something like that. Think they're going to go in and just lob grenades and shit around and just shoot up everything. It's going to be super fast and whatnot. But no, it's methodical.
The
You
only
got to
thing I
think
wish I
about
could
what you're
turn
doing.
off was the hunger mechanic. I was like, fuck, I just want to see it. Like, I don't want to see that management of a game. I do not like the survival, like full on survival mechanics in video games. It's just not something that I want to do. All that resource management, like if you've ever been in my head, yeah, my ADHD just goes nuts, and then I will forget, and then I'll get distracted by something else, and then I make myself worse, and it's just too much.
Yeah.
For
It is
me.
a lot of mechanics.
But I am open to this, and I'm trying, and I see the little food icon pop up. I'm like, okay, I'll give myself something to eat. I've still got food, but then I get so focused on doing stuff that other thing just falls to the wayside. And
Okay, gotcha.
but yeah, it's good. And if you find that this game is too hard, story mode is an option.
Mm-hmm. And I also want to say kudos to them because people talking about how buggy it is. Okay, that's cool, but this is also the first big open world UE5 game, period, on consoles too. So it's like we have to take that into account. UE5 has not been delivering all it's been promised up to this point. So that is a very taxing engine. I have no doubt that they'll get it together. Yeah, shout out to them and shout out to Stalker. So the next piece, was you gonna say something, Panda? I'm sorry.
No. Oh, I was going to talk about Callisto Protocol. I will share that up. So give me
Okay.
a second, just so I've got that all good to go.
This is my moment to shine.
I know, the only moment. But for those who have done what Nero's done and turned into a Ponybot and got a PlayStation 5 and then upgraded for a Pro. I'm sorry, Nero. I'm sorry.
No.
Can't even
If
give a
you
straight face
did,
when I say it.
if you did
Can't
what
even give a
Nero
straight.
did and got the true PS5 that Sony was
I
meaning to
mean,
launch from the
true.
beginning,
But to be
if you were
honest,
smart,
they should have
okay,
sold it. I mean, they should have done the Pro from the beginning. Here's my thing: is
definitely.
they have nickel and dimed the
Yeah.
hell out of the PlayStation community. They sold you. So last generation, we had the first iteration of
Yeah.
gen refreshes, and so you weren't expecting it. But everyone was kind of expecting something like that this gen. But they sell you the PS5 PS5, even though they're planning on delivering a more powerful system to you later. So they're really just selling you that to make you buy more than one console. When Xbox gave you the option to have a weaker system or have a more powerful system if power is what you're after as an option from day one. So you got to choose where you wanted to spend your money. A lot of us picked up a Series X and then as a companion console picked up a Series S, but the price disparity between that, PlayStation slimy console things. That's all I think about it is
Real
like
slimy shit, man.
why didn't they offer the Pro at the launch, because you would have had people who don't care about the Pro and then people the
Hmm.
hardcore who wanted the Pro at launch. Just do it at launch.
They
Give
should have
them the
did what Xbox
choice.
did with the X and S because, like I said, the
Yeah,
PS5 base is the Series S, and as a true piece of shit slime ball tactic guy myself, I gotta tip my hat to Sony. They are some real slime ball pieces of shit. And I'm
yeah.
slowly becoming a supporter for the piece of shit because if you can finesse people, finesse away. Finesse away. They're not finessing me. Hey, they ain't finessing me.
I
They
mean,
finessing everybody
I
else.
mean, if you fall for if you drink the Kool-Aid and you
Hmm.
fall for the cult shit, then get a PlayStation 5 Pro. Anyway, so the Callisto Protocol, sorry to take us off track, has got a PS5 Pro enhanced update, runs the game at 8K 30 FPS or 4K 60 FPS. 60 FPS with ray tracing on. So finally,
Hmm.
that 8K on the box means something. Are you going
Mm.
to play this at all? Because I
Okay,
mean,
I'm playing it now, and I'm about halfway through on the PlayStation. So, guys, I played this game. This is one of my most anticipated games. I believe this came out the year. Did this come out the year I got sick? Was that the same year? I think Callisto came out that year where I was in my COVID coma. I might be wrong,
oh, we got
but
told
this
the
was
end all and
one
he's going to
of
destroy Xbox.
this is one of my most anticipated games. So it wasn't for everyone. Now before everyone starts saying I'm capping for this game because I'm playing on the PS5 Pro, then I would directly point you to my review of this game on the Series X over a year ago of me praising this game for over 10 minutes. I love the Callisto Protocol. Um, I think it was underrated. I think they shot themselves in the foot, especially the way they did Xbox players day one. People don't
Yeah.
forget, skipping out on ray tracing on that Series X day one. That's not cool. I'm not excusing that, but I really enjoyed this game. So, and when I played on my Series X, I did find myself flipping between the quality mode at 30 FPS with ray tracing when it did come, because I played the game after the ray tracing option came, and I settled on the performance mode because it just felt so much better. That wasn't a good implementation of 30 FPS, and playing it on the PS5 Pro now is really fucking dope because I remember specifically looking at the ray trace reflections on my Series X during that 30 FPS mode. And guys, I tried to play it throughout that mode. I really did. But like I said, it just didn't feel good. So
Mm,
now playing it on the PS5 Pro at 4K 60 with ray tracing, I'm like,
yeah.
okay, round of applause. This is what was promised. It's just a shame that on a wider scale, not every PS5 Pro enhancement is as good as this one. 8K 30 FPS, get the fuck out my face with that shit. Like I don't give a damn about 8K. It's cool. It's cute. Um, congrats
It's
to like the 10
it's
people
a
out there
hype
with 8K
language
TVs.
thing. Like people were like, 4K is not going to be a real thing anymore. I'm like, no, 4K is realistic. 8K, that's
Yeah.
not realistic.
Yeah.
If you can push 8K at 30 FPS, why aren't you doing a 120 FPS game mode option for people who
Yeah.
have
At
that
that point,
on console?
I mean, I think instead of the 8K 30, I definitely, like you said, I would have took a 1080p 120 FPS with full ray tracing.
1440p, yeah.
Yeah, that
Like,
too.
yeah,
If you could have did that and include full ray tracing as well, that's really dope. But
100%.
the game was always a looker, man. So I mean, it's just even more of a looker. I really enjoy it, guys. It's in Game Pass. If you haven't played it, now is the time to play it. It's really underrated in my opinion.
Yep, I agree. I'm probably never gonna touch it because it's a horror style game and I'm a wuss. But a game I'm definitely going to be playing, is the new Fable reboot.
Yes.
100%. So if you have ever watched the Xbox Two podcast, and you know Jez Corden from Windows Central, he actually was talking about some Fable details. He'd got a chance to see the game. Obviously, I don't know where it was. I guess alpha footage because whatever. And he had some things to talk about this game, about the combat, the different type of weapons being used, so the different magic spells. And if you've ever played Fable, you know that there's a multitude of weapons that you can switch between like bow and arrow or crossbow or a hammer versus a sword. And so he had talked about that it looked and reminded him of The Witcher combat because they have taken developers from The Witcher and for combat, and they're working on this game. He also talked about that it's confirmed that there is a male protagonist, and if you didn't know that by now, then you're crazy because that has always been a thing. There's been a male protagonist from the very first game all the way through every iteration of the Fable series. In Fable 2, you finally got to choose a female protagonist. In Fable 3, you did as well. So a lot of the marketing has been about a female protagonist, but there was always going to be a male protagonist that you could play because the game is about choice and role playing. And so they're not going to pigeonhole you into this one character because that is not the Fable universe or the Fable DNA. And so I am super hyped to hear that it's looking fantastic and it sounds like it plays fantastic. Is anyone else, Soul, are you excited to hear more about this? Nero's audio is too loud. Okay, I will adjust his audio.
No, did you finish to read the rest of it? Turn him
Yeah.
down so we don't have to hear him talk about the PS5 Pro.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Don't turn him down, just jokingly. Okay, well, there you go. I'll just mute him for the rest of the show.
There we go. Mute him out.
Yeah.
The stables are too loud. No, Fable, I have been excited about this from day one. I could care less about who the protagonist was, who you had to play as. I've always been a person, I don't get so caught up in who the protagonist is and what choices because most games, a lot of games, you just don't have the choice. You play as you play. And
Yeah.
so there are a lot of people who are happy, like, oh, now I will be playing Fable because I get to play as a guy.
But that annoys me that they were happy because I'm like, you've obviously don't know Fable's DNA. And if you've ever watched me talk about like Fable 2, I'm like blue in the face.
Panda, baby, Panda. Hold on, I hate to interrupt you, Panda.
Frustrating.
It ain't about that.
People are stupid if they thought that you didn't get to play that.
It's not about that though, Panda. It's only one thing, and that's what it is. It's just some people just do not want to play as a woman.
I know.
And it doesn't matter what she looks like for the most part. They just don't want to play as one. Now,
my issue was that you would always be playing as a guy. Like there was always going to be that option. But
I don't understand these people,
on
man.
The fact that the marketing had only been a female, so it meant you could only play as a female. I'm like, if you knew
my thing is
Fable, you could. Sorry, I cut you off, Soul. Anyway,
if you're so anti-gay, why are you against playing with a woman?
Hey, I don't know.
Like these people be so homophobic. They don't want they don't want them. They don't want this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
If I'm a straight man, why wouldn't I want to play with a woman? I like
Yeah,
seeing
I
ass,
mean
right? I like seeing
that's
boobs. I like I don't.
that's
That's
what I
why I
want to
say
do
I'd be
when I get off of
confused.
here.
Like I don't
That's
exactly
Go,
same
but go play with a real woman. I'm kidding.
yeah.
exactly.
Not a
I mean,
pixelated
real.
one.
That's the plan. I'm just saying. So, but so when when I hear
I agree,
people
Reese.
who really get into how the character models look, it's not enough. Where they want to make their woman, a real hippie and a lot of backside breast or look a certain way. And I understand getting into the fantasy of it or whatnot.
So did
Uh,
you? I'm
I
sorry, but
also I also
because you,
feel like some people might not have anything to look at home.
that's a fact. So you watch because I'm sorry, but when you brought that up about the proportions, right? Did you get to the part of the review for Dragon Age where I criticized their customer creation?
No. Okay, talk to
Okay,
me. Because like
okay.
I
So
needed,
it's a
I
part.
stopped it and then I jumped into some
Okay,
other things. Go ahead.
okay, guys. Once again, I have a review for Dragon Age: The Veilguard. It is the most honest review you're gonna see about the game, probably. Right. So I did criticize the hell out of the creator menu because one of our favorite games. I think I can speak for the whole panel. Retri, I know he loved it as well. Dragon's Dogma 2. I could make
Chef's
my
kiss.
lady in Dragon's Dogma 2. I could have her thick. I can have her
Yeah,
short. I can have
yeah,
big breasts. I can have small
yeah,
breasts. It's
yeah.
not always about being hornballs. It's not always about guys just wanting to make
Some
horny
people it
things. And
is.
even when it is, it's like I always like seeing Laura Croft looking good. I mean, shit. I'm happy I got Stellar Blade on sale just the other day for $30 or 40. Right. That's dope. But the reason I criticize Veilguard thing, right, is because, and this is random, but when you go hard to have inclusion, you have to have inclusion for everyone,
Oh, I
right?
agree
Yes.
with that now.
It
Yep.
have to be all
Try to
around the
exclude
board.
some stuff. Yeah.
So me personally, I'm not one of those homophobic people. I don't care. You live your life how you want to live it. Identify as a damn great for all I get. I don't. It don't make or break me. It don't make me lose no sleep. So you have representation for trans people to have the scars on their chest in Dragon Age Veilguard. But what about people who have bigger bodies? Who have
Mhm.
bigger chests, and they want themselves like you. Your chest can only look like two ping pong balls in that
Hmm.
fucking game, or maybe a tennis ball when it's maxed out. Like that's not fucking cool. Like your ass is
Not
small. You
reality.
can't make it like that's not cool. So don't try to make it seem like you're all inclusion when you're not
Well,
inclusion of everyone.
I mean,
And
if you're going to play a role playing game, and I will scream this till so everyone hears it. I agree. Like the best character creation by far this year, and by like in comparison to a lot of games, is Dragon's Dogma 2.
it's not even close, Panda.
Yeah,
It's just
It's not
so
even
so
close.
good. Like I
it is good.
restarted a game of Cyberpunk. I was like, fuck, I just realized you can't really you've got your two
Hmm.
designs and then you can like adjust a few different
Tweak
things, but
them
you
just
can't
a.
do anything about the body.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's what it's missing. Like my ability to fully role play the way I want to role play. And I think
Mhm.
like
Yep.
my companion character in DD2 was like modeled as close as I could off my cat.
Shout out Mr. Whiskey, man.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He had my back a lot of days, man.
And but it's like I could do that like with the whole pawn system they had in that game. It was fan fucking tastic. My other character, like I tried to make it look like that actress who played Lagatha in Vikings.
Mm.
Like, and there was so many things that you could do in that. Obviously, from what we understand about Fable, it sounds like there are preset characters. So if you don't want the two canon ones that you're using for this game, there's preset. I don't know what the character customization is going to be like in the game because there never really has been. It's been a lot of this is the character you get, and then you can just modify them by the clothes and the hair and the like some of the dyeing that you do or the tattoos that you put on yourself with your will line. So I don't know what this one's going to be like, but yeah, if you're going to do character customization, agree.
Yep.
Give people like the sky is the limit,
Yep.
and then they
And
can
and
do
it
whatever they want in there.
and I feel like I had to put it in my review because people, if you watch the review, a lot of people probably gonna not like it because it's not one of those just shitting on the game, anti it,
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. I'm a gamer. I make content for real gamers, but that was something that kind of bothered me that I felt like I had to point out.
Oh,
Just especially
let's
coming from
dig it
Dragon's
down.
Dogma because I just started Dragon's Dogma again. Panda, I'm gonna have to see how I can get your pawn on PlayStation. Because on Xbox I can use your pawn whenever because we friends and I don't have to pay. I don't know if I have to pay, but if I have to pay, well, you will be getting a lot of Rift coins because I fuck with Mr. Whiskey. That's my dog. Like we going through.
I haven't actually played that game in a little while. I actually don't even know
Yeah,
what he currently is sitting at.
you should definitely
Around.
check it out. They made a lot of improvements on Xbox.
Yeah.
A lot of
Well,
improvements
my
on that.
biggest thing with that game, and sorry to go off topic and such, is I just want New Game Plus to add a difficulty mode into it, like
Yes, man.
crazy.
Yes,
It's too easy.
yes,
Like I'm playing
please.
through New Game Plus, and it's just too easy. And in
Mm-hmm.
the original game, like when they brought out the Dark Arisen like DLC with the additional like island and such, like it was so much harder. And as soon as you did like completed the main storyline and came back to life and then did your next sort of playthrough, the game was just harder.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the characters slightly changed or were just more difficult. Um, and you were like pretty OP by the time you got to the end of the story. And then when you start at the beginning, like kind of resetting itself, you're a bit humbled.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I wanted to be humbled on my New Game Plus playthrough of Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope with the anniversary coming up next year and stuff like that, that they do something of that sort. I've talked to the homie Lyric about that as well, and that's just our biggest critique of the game. I will say you might want to try like little things to challenge yourself, like maybe try traveling without any extra people, like maybe just you and Mr. Whiskey now instead of having
Yeah,
that
that's
third extra
true.
person.
Yeah, that is
Like
true.
just little things like that, to
Increase
probably
my
try to.
difficulty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just little things like that. But guys, we got so off topic. I haven't even gave my 2 cents on the Fable.
I don't even know if
Listen,
Soul finished his two
yeah,
cents
did you
on
I
finish
the
your
don't
two
even think I
Fable.
cents?
finished my two
Yo,
cents, and I
I
can't even remember.
apologize.
But no. But I was just thinking that in this character creation that they will have, I'm hoping that I can render something that if I choose to kind of look like myself, then I could definitely do that. I never, I usually keep the bald, but I always choose hair, right? And so I'm just hoping that we don't have the typical Killmonger
Mm-hmm.
look because my character in Velgar pretty much looks like a grade, a silver fox of Killmonger. But that was the best that I could do. I didn't need to go with the full dread, but I didn't like the little afro, and I definitely didn't like the bald look. Didn't really work well with the beard that the situation that they gave, but I do like the textures and everything. It wasn't working for me. So I'm hoping that with this, there's some good options with that. And if I
Yeah.
do choose to go female, that I have some good hair options as well. Because
Mm.
I really get into that. I like to have something that's going to look with something that I identify with, that when I either look in the mirror, not on the female side, but if I look in my house, or if I, go outside when I go to work, or when I go to Walmart or to Target, or go out in my neighborhood, it looks like something that I'm going to see there. So give me those options so I can recreate that. That's all I have to do, say with Fable. So I
Yeah.
hope we have those good options. That's what I'm looking forward to. But the game, that what they've shown so far, is looking fantastic. I am excited about getting into this world, and I think I'm going to be knee deep into this one as well. So excited about 2025 is going to be fire.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm like you, Soul. As long as they got some good options and stuff, I'm not gonna complain. Like literally, won't complain at all. The only reason I'm complaining with Veilguard is because it's like you try to take this stance on you're overly including shit, which I'm perfectly fine with, but you're not really including at all. That's the
Yeah.
only time I got a problem. But anything with this, I mean, even if I had to play the girl that they've been showing, I have no problem with playing her. Like
None.
I don't like I don't get, like I said, gamers, like, is you a gamer or you a politician? You just a rhetoric or spewer? Like, I don't know what people be wanting to do nowadays, but I know me as a gamer, I want a fucking game. You know what I mean? I missed out on the Fable series. So for somebody like me, a new fresh one, that's like, I'm all for it. I'm excited for it, and I love The Witcher 3. Even things that I didn't like at first, like having to repair my swords and stuff like that, it just gave me a reason to go back in town and feel immersed and go out my way to do little things. So, any Witcher 3 style combat, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I agree about the Witcher 3 style combat.
And as good as the Witcher 3 style combat is, it's still clunky. So if they can take that concept and improve on it and get
Well,
Fable
yeah,
out before the next Witcher, hey, I'm all for that.
I,
That's
I think I think that
super good.
it's due next year. I also think like the fact that they talked about like that massive chicken, and if you've played a Fable game, you're like there's a whole joke about like kicking chickens, and there's like in Fable 3 there's like a D&D tabletop game that you get sucked into, and you can see the characters who are like controlling the D&D game above you if you look in the sky, and they're like coming up with these bad guys, and there's like these chickens, and they make them slightly bigger, and they breathe like fire and other stuff. So like I think like they're bringing a lot of that DNA that old fans love, and they're bringing it forward in here to make new fans out of the Fable series. I'm excited. I'm so excited, and I don't want to see much on this game because I just want to go in and play it blind as much as possible. But that's not going to be the reality doing this podcast. I won't be able to go in blind. Yeah, fucking love it. Fucking love it.
Definitely.
Okay.
Super hype.
We're actually going to kick into one of our main topics, and I'm going to share this one for us. I just accidentally hit stop sharing. Damn you. Damn you. Yeah, we're gonna share. Okay, so Game of the Year noms. Oh, I just might zoom out slightly. There we go. So we didn't really have much of a chance to talk about this the nomination, or I mean, what we think was going to end up in Game of the Year last week. But there was a bit of hinting around like DLCs can make it into this category and other things. So I think they were trying to tell us something, and obviously he knew what was coming. But Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree made it into Game of the Year nomination, and it's downloadable content. So we're actually going to vote, and we're going to get a bit of a consensus as to what we think we're going to vote for Game of the Year. But I'm going to throw to Nero around the contenders that were actually the top games that ended up in Game of the Year. What are your thoughts? So we've got Astrobot, we've got Balatro, hopefully I'm saying that right, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor Refantasio. So what are your thoughts on this list?
I was just like, this shit is one of the worst lists I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you.
Now,
I agree.
I look. First of all, even the things I don't agree with, it's like, okay, cool. Astrobot being in there, I'm like, all right. Like, I definitely would rather put Helldivers 2. I would rather put Dragon's Dogma 2. I would rather put Silent Hill 2 remake in there. But Astrobot, I feel like that shit being in there, cool. A platformer being up there, that's dope. I would say it deserves to be there for the uniqueness. But Latro, come on, man. Like, come on, man. This ain't nothing. This ain't no shade to them. We've been doing a podcast. We 30. What episode is this, Panda? We said 32?
32.
We 32 episodes in, and nobody ever mentioned or knew what the fuck a Balatro was. Everybody I see on the timeline is like, what the hell is this? This is no shade to that game, to the people that enjoy it. I hope it continues to have success. I want to check it out, but come on, bro. The amount of great games we got this year that's not up there is absolutely ridiculous. Hellblade not being up there is absolutely ridiculous. Space Marines 2 not being up there
Yes.
is
Speak on it.
diabolical.
100%.
Dragon's Dogma 2 not being up there. Guys, I know this is a hot take, but Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, that could have been replaced by Astrobot as well. But
Man,
either
you
one
better
of them
talk
is
to him about that
they
one.
can battle that out. But even something like a Dead Island 2, that game went through so much hell and they delivered. Was that this year? Dead Island 2? I feel like I might be wrong about that. That might have been last year. I'm sorry.
Wait, did you say Dead Island 2?
Yeah, Dead Island 2. That might have been
It was
last year.
last year, but I also don't know when it was, because let's just talk about the cutoff dates, right?
Mm-hmm.
and I talked about this like when we looked at it last week. So the nominations went out on what date? Like the 18th of November or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the actual cutoff for games to end up in the nominations was the November 22nd. I'm like, why is the
Yeah,
cutoff
that's
after the fucking date that they're going to announce the nominations?
yeah, that
Make
that's
that make
that's
sense.
that's ridiculous, yo. But the Dragon's Dogma 2. That's fucked up, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
100%.
honest, yo, and I'm gonna skip over Black Myth because I feel like I'm not, and I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm an Xbox guy, and I'm gonna call out Reese because he's a piece of shit. Me and Reese, we was really excited for Wukong Black Myth
Yeah.
before it was not coming to Xbox. I'm sorry, not sorry. If you want one of them dumbass Xbox fanatics or dumbass PlayStation fanatics, then you can go somewhere else. I'm a real gamer. That was one of my most anticipated games this year. So I'm not gonna pretend like the game, them doing that backdoor bullshit last minute deal, is just gonna make me pretend like I never was interested in the game and I don't think it deserved to be up here. That's bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. I picked up the game. I'm just waiting for it to be pro enhanced because come on, it runs. Y'all know what it looked like on that base PS5. It's absolutely now Elden Ring, Shadow of the Earth Tree.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you're gonna put a DLC up here, put one of the best DLCs ever created up here. But get the fuck out of here. DLC don't need to be up at all. When you have full on new games and shit like Helldivers 2, like that is dope. Power World. Like what are we doing here? Those is games that deserve to get recognition, the type of recognition and nods that
Especially
shit
the
like
different
Balatro
categories. Like,
and
some of the categories didn't make sense.
yeah.
Nero, can I jump in real quick
Oh
before
yes,
you
sir.
go?
Go
'Cause
ahead,
this is
brother.
probably all I really have to say about these picks right here, because you're hitting on the Dragon's Dogma, which I believe is phenomenal, should be in there. You could take probably any one of those out and I'd be okay with it. My problem with the Elden Ring DLC is that if you did not play the first game,
Thank you.
you cannot play the DLC. If you
Agree
don't
100%.
advance the story so far, you cannot play the DLC. So in a sense, it's locked behind a play and a paywall. A
Well, it's
pay
not
and then a
available to
paywall.
everyone,
You
right?
know what I
That's
mean?
the issue.
So yeah, so the thing is, if you didn't play it, you just can't pick it up and play.
100%.
I'm
That
sorry,
is
So
this
my
so
might
biggest
how
sound
so
fucked
gripe
how
up,
there.
do
but
you go? How do you have that as part of the game of the year when it's not even accessible
that's a fact.
unless you
That's
play
a fact.
the first part?
That's a
Yeah, and
big
I
That's
think
thing
the
to
part
point
that's
out, yo.
getting me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care how phenomenal it is. I just don't understand. Well, we know it's look, the man has buddies. He's made a name for himself. You get a lot of eyes, a lot of revenue is made for the game awards, a lot of attention on your games, what's coming next. I only watch the game awards strictly for the trailers and what's coming next. I don't watch it for any games. I mean for the actual awards themselves because it seems like it's a joke.
It is a fucking joke.
The devs and the teams and the public, they don't get any really good recognition. They get up there, they're getting the wrap it up beep, they're getting the wrap it up button real quick. They don't have time to go up there and thank their whole team and all that stuff like that. It's kind of a joke. But and it seems like this is a move to make sure that these remakes, remasters, and we know who's putting out a lot of remakes and remasters. Well, Nintendo really does as well, but it seems like the PlayStation's ones really get the highlight. But we know Jeff Keighley is pretty much in bed with his favorite, and that's fine. It's not fine because he should be non-biased. He really should be, but I don't like the fact that you can only play this
Green OG.
unless you access the other game and get so far in the other game.
I mean, you wouldn't.
That's my biggest qualm about that.
I agree with you 100% on that fact. Like the fact that unless you even buy the base game, you don't have access to this whatsoever. So there's like the games here should be games that are available to anyone, and it's just choice and
Dave,
preference. But people might not be able to play the DLC, and so I agree with you about the accessibility piece. It's downloadable content. The game itself already won Game of the Year. Why the fuck is DLC there?
Mm-hmm.
Like no shade on the DLC. The DLC's fantastic. and it deserves some recognition. But to be in Game of the Year, this is only a piece of that game. It's not even the whole game. That should disqualify it immediately. And my biggest gripe is there are so many games that release. They really need to figure out the categories, and they need to go, these are the games that you're eligible to nominate and vote for the panel that decides what we see in these nominations list. And this should never be on that list because they know what games release, so they should be able to go, all right, these are the only ones that you can nominate for this list.
I agree. And it's not rocket science. Like best reimagining. Boom. There you go. You got remasters, remakes covered. Like it's not hard to make these subcategories, man, because a lot of games got robbed, man. I'm mad about Helldivers 2. I've been enjoying the hell out of that.
See you.
Yeah, Reb Dave, what's up, brother? Yeah. Yo, what up, Clute? What up, everybody, yo, out here? Eastside, OG Noob, man, 176 people rocking with us right now, man. Guy, chat, let us know what y'all think, man, because I definitely think this is bullshit. But I will say, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth being up there doesn't really piss me off. Metaphor, that being up there doesn't really piss me off, man. Sega, Atlas, they deserve their flowers, but yeah, man, Elden Ring, Balatro, and arguably Astrobot. And I'm gonna say arguably because I'm not too mad about a platformer being up there, because if somebody was to replace Astrobot with Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, I would not be mad.
Yeah.
So if that was to be swapped out, I wouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Those games is dope. They deserve their recognition. I'm not gonna cap.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You know, even with Balatro, like, come on, man. I would rather you put Prince of Persia over that. Like, there's so many games over that card game. Like, Jesus Christ. I feel like that being up there is an ad. I feel like he took money for that to be there specifically. I feel like that is a fucking ad to double rake in. Like, and like Soul said, it's $15. I might eventually check it out or something. I don't know, but man,
honestly, like there were so many good games this year. So many good games, and we've talked about them. And it feels like there was some different snubbing, like there was when Hogwarts Legacy came out. That was definitely snubbed big time. The fact that DLC took the opportunity to take away from a fully fledged game that came out that was fire, that's my I just find it so frustrating. But we're gonna vote. We're gonna get a consensus. What are we voting? I am thinking, for me, Metaphor, ReFantasio, but I don't know. Where are you guys at?
I'm leaning towards Black Myth.
Black Myth? Huh?
Black Myth, just because, you know, it's a huge action game. Got soul mechanics, but it's not a soul like, which I'm really excited for. Like I said, I bought it. I'm excited to play it. I'm just waiting for a pro enhanced patch to see if it can run as best as possible. But overall, I might lean with you because I like Sega and Atlas. I like them getting their flowers, so I might go Metaphor, and that's on sale, so I'm tempted to pick it up anyway. But
and Soul, what are your thoughts? Life is Strange Double Exposure, yeah, that definitely got snubbed. Soul?
Yep, that did get snubbed. Yep.
You hear us? See, he looks frozen on my screen. Is he frozen on the screen?
Yeah, I think
I'm
he might
over here biting.
Oh,
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Oh well, no.
Yo.
Yeah, he botted.
Yeah,
I'm botting.
Yeah. Say the game. What are we voting on?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna throw my vote in Black Myth, man. I'm gonna throw my vote in Black Myth.
He was frozen. Yes, he was frozen. Yep. Soul, can you hear us? Yeah. What is your pick for this? You're moving again, by the way.
Well, it's hard to pick a game of the year that you haven't played. But I'll say this. because I have the most interest out of these that are up here, because I had enough of Elden Ring when I played. I absolutely love it. I just don't want to go back to it. It looks absolutely fantastic. But what I actually want to get into, and I'm looking for a sale on it, is Metaphor Refantasio.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's my step out, try something new and different. That's my one. And so I've heard a lot of wonderful things about it from various folks who play a lot of different games, a lot of games that I don't even play, and they're like, yo, this is actually pretty good. I'm like, oh, need to check it out. So
All right.
that's what I'm gonna go with.
Let's vote on it. All right.
Yeah, I was plotting.
Yeah, you were.
Shout out to them. Hope our vote matters. But it probably won't. Knowing Jeff, you're gonna give it to Astrobot.
Why the fuck wasn't Hellblade 2 in here?
Insane.
Why are you asking that question?
Why the hell is it all of these games again? Why wasn't Silent Hill 2 remaster in here?
Silent Hill 2 deserved it. I'm sorry. For the sound alone, that shit deserved to be in there. Helldivers 2, for the cinematic feel of just the chaoticness, it deserves to be in there. Dragon's Dogma 2 deserves to be in there.
Call Astrobot like innovation in game direction and design, because it's just a more expanded version of the previous game, right? Elden Ring DLC. It's just more of Elden Ring. How is that innovation itself? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being an asshole. I don't know. This whole thing just feels fucked up.
Yeah.
All right.
No, he's never beaten them allegations, man.
I can't vote on this one. I just don't want to vote.
Best
other than
game
maybe
direction?
this one. Yeah, Black Myth.
Yeah, Black Myth, please, Black Myth.
I mean, so gorgeous. That is the only one that I am.
When is it dropping for Xbox?
Phil can't answer that because obviously there's a contract in place, and apparently it was due to technical things from the Series S.
Sure.
No, it's actually because there is an exclusivity deal at time exclusive. And for those who pretend that isn't a thing, get your head out of your ass. All right, are we happy with Black Myth Wukong?
Yes, I'm good. By far.
East Side Vandal Metaphor. Yes. But yeah, but I'm trying to be a little bit nicer. I don't know.
Yeah, Black Myth got my vote.
And Soul, what about you?
Black Myth, I'm good with that.
Okay. I mean, you can all vote independently. Not like our vote's gonna really count as much. For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game.
Silent Hill 2, baby.
Why isn't that in there? Well, isn't that this is a hard one. Because this is obviously different from the original game, but it's still, the story is from the original game. The storytelling is from the original game. And this is its own story. So I don't know. This is hard.
By that logic, Hellblade 2.
Yeah.
Metaphor.
Everyone's going metaphor. Yeah. Soul, your thoughts?
Let's go with Hellblade.
Yeah, Hellblade. All right. Again, jump on, vote Metaphor if Metaphor's the one for you. Okay. Best art direction. Okay, I understand why DLC would be in there, but I'm
gonna say never.
I was gonna say this one too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's hard though because Black Myth Wukong's art direction was actually quite fantastic.
Yeah. From what I've seen, Astrobot art direction wasn't too shabby either.
It wasn't too shabby. Right. Everyone, why is Hellblade 2
when you
not
look
there?
At what they were
exactly.
Yeah. Why is Hellblade 2 not there?
Exactly. It should be.
Yep.
But when you think about the time and effort they put into Black Myth to make sure that it, was like basically
Journey
one
from
for
the
one.
West.
Yeah, I think they did a wonderful job from what I've seen
I
from
think,
that.
yeah, it was between these two for me.
So whatever you guys choose on that, I'll be good.
All right. Nero. Myth, Wukong, Neva. What is your choice?
I'm gonna go Neva.
All right. Soul, we need you. 50-50. I'm thinking Black Myth, and he's going Neva. You're the decider here.
Uh,
You're like, fuck. I thought I was being real good with my answer
nah,
earlier.
nah, you don't want to hear my answer. Let's go Black Myth.
Is your
And
answer like
I
one
don't
of
mean you
these?
personally. I just mean like, no, you don't want to hear my answer. I've said enough tonight. Hey, Black
Oh,
Myth, let's go there.
yeah. Okay. I'll change my vote. I didn't like my vote. Let's change it. Okay. Best score in music.
Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hey,
Silent Hill 2.
hey, look, it's Stella Nero. Why didn't you vote for your game,
Silent Hill
Nero?
2. I said Stellar
Best
Blade look
score
good.
music.
I ain't said she sound good, but I heard that does have a good soundtrack. I got to find out for myself.
But
But
I think
even if it have a spectacular sound design, Silent
yeah,
Hill 2 is
would
just
also
different,
have a
man.
good one. And Final Fantasy always tends to just up their game all the time. But yeah. You're saying Silent Hill 2? I don't
Yo,
know
the way
enough
that music
to
will
know.
get your heart beating, like I know you don't do horror games, but if you listen to that soundtrack and just close your eyes and on all black, you're gonna think somebody
East
chasing
Side
you.
Vandal is calling it out. He's like
Oh my
metaphor
god! Look, he
impacts.
said metaphor for every category. Eastside,
That's
give it a
because he
break.
the game.
We gave it the game of the year category, man. We got to give the games that got robbed some love in the other categories, man. Silent
All
Hill
right.
2
Picking your
gotta
Silent
get
Hill
something.
2 just for Nero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a Silent Hill King.
Please
Yeah.
vote yourselves as well. Best audio design.
Y'all know what I'm gonna say again. Nah,
Silent Hill 2.
Hellblade.
I'm gonna go with
Oh, that
I'm gonna go with
I don't
Hellblade
know.
2.
Hellblade for
Man,
me.
I'm gonna
yeah,
go
I
with
gotta go
Hellblade
Personally
2.
Hellblade. Yeah.
attest to that one.
Just the way that they with the talking and it just gets you all the time. Like that game was so well done and it definitely deserves love.
Yeah, I hear you, Vandal, all in all caps, Hellblade.
Wow, this is very female dominated. I already know who I'm voting for.
Yeah, Melina got my
Mhm.
vote.
Yeah,
Yeah,
her and
there you
that,
go.
honestly, as great as Luke is in Silent Hill 2, and he's done a fantastic job. Star Wars Outlaws, she did a great job, but they just it didn't come through in the design of the actual character. I haven't had a chance to play this, but yeah, it's Melina. It's Melina every fucking day of the week. Innovation and accessibility. All right.
Mm. I
I
want
kind of
to
want to just
say
say
Prince
Prince
of
of
Persia.
Persia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
looking at
that's
that
what I want to
list.
say.
I don't know
So, what are
why
you
Star
thinking?
Wars is out there.
I don't know. I've played a little bit of it. I want them to patch the shit out of that game.
Yeah.
But Soul, what are your thoughts?
Well, I've played finally a category where I've played most of these games.
There's
Yeah,
been a lot of games this year.
I played 4 out of the 5. I'm happy about this. I'm gonna go Prince of Persia
Prince of
on that one.
Persia. I think we're all thinking that. Yes, RSJ. Yeah, Call of Duty
But
is
COD
very.
does have. I've seen some good stuff about COD and the
I think
accessibility that it has. So
like the fact you don't need to mantle, like you can set it up so it auto mantles for you and all this
Mhm,
other stuff. I think it is fantastic. But I
mhm.
really want to give some love to a little bit of
Yeah.
Prince of
Prince of
Persia.
Persia, it didn't
Yeah.
get any love in any other categories. Well, not that we've seen so far. So
Yeah.
it could have easily been.
Games for Impact. Tales of Kinzara,
Personally, yeah, Tails for
Hellblade,
Ooh,
me.
Tails.
Hellblade 2, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Neva, and I haven't even touched these ones yet.
Yeah, I haven't.
And
Um,
Vika was dope as hell. But for my
with a
personal
very
impact,
special meaning or message, yeah.
I played 3 of the ones that's up here: Indica, Hellblade, and Tails. But for my personal game for the impact, I gotta go with Tails and Kenzara.
Zara.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eastside is
Yep.
Zhao for sure.
Okay.
Zhao.
Yeah.
You know what's really sad that the man is catching hell because he wrote a story that was from his personal tragedy.
Yes. Yep.
Sometimes I just don't like
Best
people.
ongoing game. Why is fucking Power World? I don't know. Why?
It's not there.
Yeah,
Why is this in here?
right. Yeah,
Who
that's
the fuck's
Why
crazy.
is
playing
it-
this?
They was
Sorry.
better
Why
off
is
putting
Sea of-
Halo Infinite in there at
Why
that
is
point.
Sea of
Shit.
Thieves not there?
Yeah, well, Sea of Thieves isn't there. Why is COD not here?
Exactly.
I'm throwing my hat in for Diablo.
Me too. Just to disrupt shit. Diablo.
Yeah, yeah. It was
But
that. I
we
would have
all know
said this
Fortnite's gonna win that. But still,
if they hadn't fucked things over for that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with this. I still think that there were plenty of games that could have been in this category that weren't here.
Yep.
Chad, if you could, please make sure that you hit that like button. And if you feel so inclined, hey, why don't you go ahead and send
Eastside Vandal
out
goes, Meta, I mean Diablo. Best community support.
Best
the
community
link
support.
to the show.
I'm gonna say
I
Helldivers too.
No Man's Sky is just on another level though. Helldivers 2
It
has done a
is. It
fantastic
is.
job. Baldur's Gate 3 is really good. I don't agree with these two. Sorry. I mean,
No
sorry.
Man's
I
Sky.
mean, I don't agree with Fortnite. Final Fantasy 14, 100%. Mine is No Man's Sky though. I think they've done from what that game was, from what they delivered, from all the content that they constantly put in. RSJ fans going Final Fantasy 14, but I think we're all going No Man's Sky. You want Helldivers 2 though, didn't you, Nero?
Yeah. Only
Mm.
because that game is fucking fire, yo. If they can bring that to Xbox, that'd be dope.
My biggest gripe is though best community support when half of your community was able to play the game
Yeah,
at the
that's
beginning of the
yeah,
year
yep.
and then
So
lost
based
the
on that,
ability.
I think you're right.
I mean, it's
think
not their
No Man's
fault.
Sky.
It's PlayStation's and Sony's fault for it, but they lost so
Yeah,
much of their
definitely.
community as a result.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yep.
Best independent game. I do want to try this.
This
At
list,
some point,
man.
I've played it. I have no clue. I can skip this one. I don't know. I would do neither.
Yeah, I'm gonna say neither, man. But this list could have been a lot better as
Yeah,
far as indies. This list could have been a lot
there
better.
have been so
And this is
many
no
indie
shade to none of the indies on here, but as somebody that plays a lot of indies, yeah, I'm just leave it at
Right.
that.
This is my only one.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna go
that
neither.
or Animal Well. Eastside Vandal's going Animal Well. Yeah. All right. So, what are you thinking?
Well, I almost picked up Balatro, but I also almost picked up Animal Well last night when we were on. So I'm going to say it's hard to say when you haven't played, but I have a lot of interest in actually playing Animal Well over Balatro. So I'm
Okay.
going to say Animal Well.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Animal Well as well. You all good with that, Nero?
Perfectly fine.
Nero's like,
with
I'm
me.
voting myself because I don't agree with any of this.
Nah,
Okay.
I'm okay with either. Yeah.
Yeah, there were so many good games. Like best debut indie game.
Best debut indie
The
game.
Plucky Squire. Sorry,
Woo,
fucking
Plucky
love
Squire.
that game.
Nah, fuck y'all. Pacific Drive, man. Hey, nah, chat gonna break this one, man. Pacific Drive or the Plucky Square, man.
Balatro's gonna sweep, unfortunately. You're probably
It
right.
will.
Card games
Yeah.
do. Card games do. I mean, for an indie game, Balatro came out and it's like killing it. I just love the Plucky Squire. You're saying Pacific Drive?
Yes.
Sell me on it. No, I'm kidding.
Car RPG apocalypse. You and your car. You have to take care of your car. You have to nurture your car. You have
Lost
to make
me at
love to your
that.
car. You know, all right,
You have to
never
make
mind.
love
We
to
won't
your
vote for the
car.
car.
I mean, yeah.
I
Are we happy
tried.
with? Are we,
The
Plucky
Plucky Square got it. Or whatever it is.
Squire? That's okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Okay, best mobile game. Fuck it.
Yeah, let me see. What is this shit?
AFK Journey, because that is
Yo,
me with mobile games. AFK.
AFK is fuck,
I'm gonna let y'all
I
have that one.
swear.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm just joking. Wow, they have a Pokemon trading card game now up on mobile. Okay. Oh, well, why am I not surprised it's there? I want to go with Delatro.
Yep.
I'm good with that.
Okay. Best VR and AR. Batman. Apparently,
Yo,
this
Gritty,
is
where you
fucking
at,
good
man?
though.
Like, hey,
Apparently, this is
Batman,
good.
Batman. Yeah,
Batman. Yeah,
Batman
that was my first thought.
for
You
sure.
don't fuck with Batman.
Batman. Yep.
He's Batman.
And if you don't vote for him when you go outside later on, Panda, guess who's gonna be waiting there for you?
Why the fuck is Dragon's Dogma 2 not here?
Yeah, this is
Why the
at
fuck
some
is Dragon's
point.
Dogma 2 not
At
here?
some
This
point, like, what
category
is his
is
beef with
jacked up.
Capcom? Like,
Why
what the
is
fuck,
Call
yo?
of Duty in here as an action game? It's a fucking shooter.
And why is Helldivers in there? And
It's a game focused primarily on combat. Why is Dragon's Dogma 2 not
Dogma
there?
not in there.
Warhammer 2 definitely belongs there.
Man, this is diabolical. I'm
going with Warhammer 2. I'm sorry.
yeah, I gotta
I
give
agree.
Space Marine some love, and I would say
Warhammer 2,
Helldivers,
Space Marine 2.
but the reason I'm gonna say Space Marines too is because they not only nailed it on the co-op aspect and the multiplayer PvP, they nailed it on the story campaign as well. So
Did?
if Helldivers 2 had a little campaign side from things, then I would probably go that, but I'm gonna give the edge to Warhammer 2.
I'm just so disappointed. If it was Dragon's Dogma 2 in there, I'd be fucking voting Dragon's
Oh
Dogma
yeah,
2.
you know it. Me and you both.
100%.
We would have
Best
voted that on any
action
fucking
adventure
category
game.
at this point. Can it get any type of love?
Okay. Would you call this an action adventure game?
Fuck no, dude. What the fuck is yo? I'm not gonna lie, yo. This shit kind of triggering me, dog. Like on some real shit, bro. I'm about to crash out, bro. Because that shit is fucking like, come on, bro.
It's bad, right?
And I
It's
love
bad.
fucking Silent Hill too, but what the fuck is we
It's
doing,
so
bro?
bad.
Like action adventure,
Where the fuck is Dragon's Dogma 2?
nigga. What I'm going on?
Where the
Adventure
fuck is Dragon's Dogma 2?
yo, I'm going through an adventure of fucking depression, regret, and what the fuck? Like,
yeah,
I mean,
that category is kind of jacked.
let me take a breath, man.
All
That
right,
shit
what are
about
we
triggered
picking?
me,
What are we
man. I ain't gonna
picking?
lie,
We've got
man.
Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom, Star Wars Outlaws, Silent Hill 2, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
Personally, I'm saying
Astrobot.
Star Wars on that one.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I think there's a high chance that fucking Legend of Zelda takes it though. Fuck, people love
Man,
Zelda.
fuck Zelda. Like,
I do love Zelda, but like I don't necessarily care about that particular game. Best RPG, Dragon's Dogma fucking 2. Sorry, it's the only category virtually it's been voted in. Why is it never why?
best RPG. Man, I'm gonna have to go with Elden Ring on this one, personally, for my vote.
But okay, so best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences.
What?
That's
None
what
of these
best
games up here have multiplayer, except for Elden Ring, unless I'm mistaken.
I think because like Dragon's Dogma 2 has the ability to like share each other's characters that you create.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Oh well, yeah.
I'm still a Dragon's Dogma 2 motherfucker in that particular instance. I'm waiting for Eastside Vandal to say metaphor. Oh yes, I can see it there. Adventure Depression. Adventure Depression. He laughed at that. Okay. I don't think we can decide anything. It's the only pure RPG in the category. Metaphor. Well, yeah, I guess so. All right, you're saying Elden Ring DLC. Soul, where?
Nah,
are you
I was
on
trolling, man. Dragon's Dogma all the way.
Dragon's Dogma.
Dragon's Dog, yeah, for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Metaphor. Yeah, fair enough. But like,
No.
Best fighting game. Okay, at least these are fighting games. You know,
I Tekken got my vote. I don't know why the fuck Multiverses is up there. That shit ignorant as fuck. But I guess it's not enough.
But this is also doing quite well apparently. But you're saying Tekken 8?
Yeah, between one of those, for sure.
And Soul, where are you at? I don't really play fighting games, so I have no clue. I know Eastside Vandal's going to vote Metaphor again, but Tekken 8. We'll just go
I don't know. Chat can have my vote.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nero got the vote. Best
Yep.
family game. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna say Astrobot.
Yeah. Okay.
I like Plucky Squire because
I
I like
like
Plucky Squire.
Plucky Squire. This is hard though. Like you've got Mario Party. Yes, is Peach there. Yes, you got Astrobot. But this is a category in which I'm like they've nailed the games. Nailed the fucking games. Chat. What's everyone think on this one? I'm full of Plucky Squire. But we've got Nero going Astrobot. So someone's saying Square. Wait, Squire. Someone said Squire. Okay, anything but Astrobot.
Yo, what is y'all beef with Astrobot, yo? Like,
some people are just
yo.
like anti PlayStation to the core, right? I mean,
Yo,
fair
man,
enough.
we can't be
PlayStation's
like
done its
that, man,
thing.
because we know better than the people that hate on Starfield just for the sake of hating on it because it's on Xbox, man. We
Hey,
gotta be fair, people.
Why
Gotta be a little fair.
is not Warcraft 2 here? Just got a
Just-
remaster. We know remasters are allowed in categories. Give me Warcraft 2.
Yo, asshole snot is wild. Yo, that is diabolical. That is diabolical.
Wait,
Wow.
I'm so confused. Who wrote that? Like, I'm so confused. Why
The
is
game
that in
adaptation newscast. Like that is hilarious.
Okay, Manalord, Unicorn Overload. I want to go with Best Sim and Strategy. Oh, that's hard. I think it could be Age of Mythology.
Yeah, either that or Frostpunk 2.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is a hard category to pick. So, you're like, I give up.
Well, the only one that I played up there, so I'm just gonna go with what I played, was Age of Mythology.
Age of Mythology. Okay.
So
Best Sports / Racing.
Yo,
I don't
Madden
play
not
any
up
of this
there.
shit.
That's diabolical, yo.
ain't no
I
Madden.
did
play
play
any of this shit.
WWE, so I'm
Why
gonna
is
say
MLB the
WWE.
show not
College
up
ain't
here?
up there. College move
Yeah, that's
units.
wild. College football not up there is insane.
Yeah, college football should have been.
Yikes.
Yeah, that did
Yeah,
fantastic.
it moved units, so that's
Get
crazy.
trash ass 2K out of here. Fuck out of here. I'm
Okay.
gonna say
2K,
WWE.
2K, 2K, not 2K.
Right.
All right, so what are we picking?
I'm saying WWE.
WWE.
This shit.
I do love a
diabolical,
good. I do love a good
Well, there you
wrestling
go.
game.
Good
I
deal.
do. Fucking love a good wrestling game. I grew up playing like WCW on the PC. Like, oh, so good. Best multiplayer game.
Black Ops. I'm gonna say probably because you got to think about the zombies and the competitive aspect. I think that's.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. When you think about
for
the
me
total
personally,
package,
I ain't gonna lie. This might piss people off, but personally, I'm gonna put Helldivers too, just because I'm tired of all the skill based matchmaking, and I don't got to deal with that.
Well, we can go with Helldivers too. We haven't given Helldivers
Yeah.
to any love. Any love. Oh my god, everyone's going Black Ops 6, Black Ops 6, Black Ops 6.
No, that's because they're all bots. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, guys. Now, I would say personally, I'm just tired of the in the trap spawning as well. I mean the kill spawn and that, but the zombies alone, damn near made me want to go Black Ops.
I can't decide. It's between Arcane and Fallout. I can't decide. They're so
I gotta
fucking
go Fallout.
good. They're so
Why
fucking
is
good.
Last of Us not in here?
Because it didn't come out this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is last year. Oh, it's been a year already. Wow.
But
February.
Fallout was so good. Arcane, if you've never watched Arcane, like that show is just fan-fucking-tastic. The art design, the music.
Well, recent lyric told me not to watch Arcane, so that's crazy.
Wait, what? Why did they tell you?
I have no idea. They said, "Yo, Arcane ass." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
no.
Oh, they tripping on
It's so good. It's so good.
Another reason why you can't believe or trust those guys when they say bad things about me, guys.
Fallout is
Nero,
the one that gets my vote.
I will say to you, watch Arcane.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're voting Fallout. Arcane is.
And it's a beautiful cartoon to just. Excuse me. It's a beautiful to look at. How about that? Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
Most
This
anticipated
is a
game.
bullshit ass category right now with
Where's
these.
Indie? Where's Avowed? Where
There's
is even
there's no
Fable?
E-Day.
Potentially?
There's no
Where's
Yeah, it's
indie. There's no
E-Day?
wild.
about. There's nothing.
Like
Isn't Wolverine next
even
year
like
too, or
Doom
nah?
on here.
Yeah, Doom
Where's
not
Doom?
being there is
Like this
diabolical.
got so
Doom ain't on
much
there.
hate. Why is it on this list? People were
Yeah.
calling us out like all the time, especially from the media. Like, what the fuck? Okay.
I'm going GTA.
The only one that I would actually be interested in playing out of this list currently is GTA. Sorry, I'm not a Monster Hunter fan. I do like Metroid Prime, but it's not anticipated. There's not this whole list. There's plenty of other games that I would consider.
Those
Like,
two on the left could go, and I'd be okay.
yes, why the hell is this there? There are plenty of other games that way more anticipated to
Yeah,
play than
I forgot about
Stranger
Clockwork,
2.
South of Midnight.
Yep.
Not there's nothing from Microsoft on there,
Yep,
That's crazy,
and
man.
That's
Microsoft is
crazy.
PC, so like it
And
should
they
be up there.
have, oh gosh,
All
okay.
right, I'm skipping. Just
Yeah.
skipping.
If
We're
we
not
skip
voting.
that, yeah, thank you. Why am I'm not up there? Why am I not? Why
Best
are none of us up there
esport.
for best?
Can I skip this one too?
Hold on. Let me look.
Counter Strike, Dota 2, League of
Yeah,
Legends.
get this shit.
Yeah, Valorant and something else. Skip.
Player's choice.
Wait, is that done? Player's voice.
Yeah,
What
where
the hell
Kai
is
Sinet, like whatever his name is. Yeah, him. It's crazy.
Wait, what is player's voice?
Yeah, I don't know what's that about.
Fuck it, skip it. I don't know. Oh no, that's as far as I can go. Done. Notify me when voting opens for each round. Oh, they haven't even opened rounds. Whatever.
Wow.
Player's voice. Oh, is this with us voting on what we want? Okay. Well, there we go. We have finished our voting. And we're going to finish off some of our topics quickly. I'm mindful of time. But I think we'll just kick off into the Sony topic with the acquisition news that has come up this week, which was Sony Group Corporation in talks to acquire Kadokawa Corporation, which is the parent company anime, and they also, and I'm just going to share this instead, they also look after From Software games. So if Sony was to acquire this, they would end up acquiring From Software in the process for this. Now, Sol, have you done a lot of research this week on the news here around this? What are your thoughts around the potential acquisition of Sony acquiring them? Because obviously they're looking at wanting them for the anime, and it'll sweeten the deal if they can get From Software. But yeah, where are your thoughts on this?
Let me close that out right quick. There we go. Feel like I'm botting a little bit. Yeah. So would this be great for Sony? Yes, it would. If they continue to be the Sony of old, then it's not good for gamers on the gaming end. And when I say that, because if they go ahead and make everything exclusive, let's say, anything that comes out with Elden Ring exclusive, or now there's a whole lot of exclusive stuff over here that you'll never get on any other platforms, then that's, like that one meme of that little boy that's in the back of the car and he's like, bullshit and bullshit. That one, that's what that would be. So would it be good for them because they don't, it's on the surface, it doesn't seem like they have much going on right now. No roadmap. Ghost of Yotai, that's about the only thing we know that for sure is coming out. We know Wolverine, but it's kind of been spoiled out there. So I don't even know if it's really hypely anticipated right now. There just seems like they're in a place of influx where they're just kind of piecing it together as they go. So I think it would be good. But if they're going to be the Sony of old with that, then I'm not really feeling that. I'm not a really big fan of From Software with the Dark Souls type games. I jumped into Elden Ring, absolutely loved it, but I can't say that would want to go and play anything else that's old. And I don't know what I would like to play moving forward from them. but they do put together a really good game from what I can see from
Facts,
Elden
newbie.
Ring. And I think Armored Core, isn't that one of their games as well? It looks really good. Like I said, it looks like they put a good game together, but I'm not very familiar with From Software because from experience. Now, it does seem to me that this is a bigger play, kind of like ABK with the mobile for Microsoft. This looks like a bigger play for the anime, which then would
Yes.
put them at. Are they already sitting around 40+% of the market,
This
and
would be
they would be over 40-45% of the
they have
market share?
Funimation, they have Crunchyroll, and they have another one as
Okay,
well. So they
so
would
this
actually have a monopoly.
they would basically in legal terms have like a monopoly, right? So for that, I'm not down with that, because then that they would just control too much. And for fans of anime who go to these sources, I mean, now at this point, man, they can just gouge you, and so I'm just not with that. If they were going to make everything readily available, the prices are going to be right, then if the regulators can put some things in place and make
Yeah.
sure that they stick to it, then I mean,
Yeah.
hey, you see what they kind of have done with Microsoft. Even though we don't know everything Microsoft has to abide by, we can pretty much piecemeal through the
Eastside Vandal said
court
they would
hearings.
own
Yeah.
all of manga as well if they get
Oh
this.
shit, that's tough. So on that aspect, I would just say, as much as it would be good for them as a corporation, yeah, it'd be dope. But as
Mm,
far as fans of the content that they would basically gatekeep at that point, because they've shown us
okay.
nothing else. It'd be different if they showed us something different, but
Yeah.
they haven't shown us that they wouldn't gatekeep. The one thing I will say about Microsoft with these acquisitions, they've kept true to their word. They have. I mean, you got shit flying everywhere, and a lot of people aren't happy about that, but it's a business and they're trying to make money. So I get
Yep.
it. You want to put everything everywhere. I'm old as they come. I'm used to certain things being a certain way. I don't like the
Yeah.
fact that Microsoft is putting stuff everywhere and it could be potential great exclusives to draw people to the platform, but you got to do what you got to do at the end of the day. And the strategy is, whether some people like it or not, it is working. It is going to work. It is going to. The Hydra tentacles are everywhere. So, with that being said, if Sony's going to be the Sony that we know, then yeah, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
But if they're going to play by a different set of rules and they look like they do have some new ideas and things that they're gonna be moving, then
Mm,
I guess we'd have to see.
yeah.
But I'm more on the fence of, I'm not really feeling this acquisition if it were to go through. And can they even afford this?
Yes, it's the big one if you weren't going to say anything. And I'm pretty Nero was going to say it as well.
I'm sorry that I probably
Okay.
took a
Can they
couple
even?
points, but
No, you're fine.
yeah,
You
can
go.
they
You
can
go.
they
That's
even
what you're having your
afford
time.
this? So
Yeah.
yeah. So that's where I am with it. I'm leaning more like it would be dope, but if
Mm,
they're playing by a different set of rules. But if
yeah.
they're Sony of old, then hey, you know what? I'm not with that. So
And just before we switch over to Hero Nero's piece on this, I just want to quickly share this and just say, "Fuck You" is celebrating 6 months of being a channel member, and he just sent me this and
Yes.
said, "We've got a new person to vote for
Yes.
content
Hey,
creator of the
there
year."
we go. Hey, who
I
y'all voting for, man? Hey,
yeah,
go ahead, man. Everybody vote,
man,
man.
dude, you are way too good and way too fast. And where the hell are you getting these pictures?
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is. He's just on another level,
Yeah,
right?
he's
He's on
next.
Yo,
He's next
another
level.
fucking
I don't. I
level.
don't even. I don't
dog.
even question it. I don't even
Yeah,
question
yeah,
it.
Are
yeah.
you like Googling motherfuckers or what? Excuse me, you got me on here cussing, man. Are you Googling people or what are you doing? Makes me wonder what I might have out there. Let me go.
Sony need to finish paying for Bungie first. Yes, fuck. I haven't
True,
even not
true,
even
true.
I haven't had any weed or anything, and I'm still can't fucking
They got
sentence.
they got they got them on that leadway plan.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll sharing back here. But Nero, what are your thoughts on this potential monopoly? And I really want to
I
stress
guess I'm
this.
gonna play devil's advocate tonight, man.
Go
Uh,
for it.
so for the anime and shit, that's unfortunate. They already got so much. So I mean, it for one, can they afford it? You know what I'm saying?
I gotta
And
divest.
they might end up spending themselves out of the business. You know what I'm saying? If you getting certain things and it don't work out. Now, what I will say is from the FromSoft side, I would love this from Sony. And the reason I say that is because I champion the Bethesda acquisition and the Activision uh, acquisition as well. And I've been saying since those acquisitions that Sony has to reply. And when they reply, I need them to get a studio that I would care about, that would make me want to continue to be like, okay, now I got to make sure I get a PlayStation. For me, that was going to be Capcom. I think Capcom would have been a good reply, but that's probably definitely out of their budget. I thought CD Projekt Red would have been a good reply. I'm saying just from my perspective. So I think FromSoft from them would be dope, because you need some uniqueness. Just something like Armored Core 6 being a Sony IP would make me like smile, because it's like, okay, now you guys got something different from the babysitting simulators. But knowing that Armored Core 7 would probably be about you taking care of your son robot and helping him battle becoming a better Armored Core citizen. So I mean, I'm interested to see if it works, if it goes through. And like I said, I don't think Sony got to be real smart going forward. People cannot underestimate the failure that is Concord. Like, sorry, not sorry. That is a failure, whether motherfuckers want to admit that shit or not. That is a lot of money down the drain. So,
well, my thing here is like, we heard, and this is my issue. I have no issue with them acquiring. I really am in mind to think that, can they afford it? But also, I don't think they could afford to keep the games on their platform as an exclusive. I think like Elden Ring 2 would definitely go everywhere, even if it might have a delay, like a timed exclusivity around it. I think it needs to release day and date on PC.
imagine Elden Ring 2
We saw how
PlayStation
successful
exclusive.
it was, though. Do you know how many PC
crazy.
gamers would not pick up a PlayStation to play that? So many. Because they know eventually it's going to come to PC. They won't touch that with a barge pole. And
Newbie said something funny earlier, man, and he was like, and Phil Spencer's response to them buying this is pretty much going to be him putting Halo on Gears on PlayStation.
Yeah,
and I thought to myself, imagine if this does go through and Sony do hypothetically in the future make Elden Ring 2 a console exclusive. Meanwhile, Xbox continue to give shit away. That just goes back to my overarching point of that nice guy shit is cool, but
I just don't think they can afford to. If they get this, I don't think they could afford to hold them back. I think they could keep maybe like the next Bloodborne off like Xbox, but I definitely think that they would probably put that everywhere, because Elden Ring was so successful and they need to make money.
Yeah,
they really need to make money. I think that the Monopoly bit is the one that's causing concerns, and this is my issue. I know we talked about monopolies with the whole time through. They called it a monopoly with the ZeniMax acquisition with Bethesda. They called it a monopoly with Activision. Even with Microsoft acquiring Activision, they still only have 20% of the market. Like, that is not a monopoly. But the moment people are going, well, this would technically be a monopoly, not in the video game side of things, but it would be a monopoly, they're fine with it. That's what annoys me about that community. There's a giant fucking
hypocrites, man. Hypocrites, yo.
Honestly, like, it's okay. It's not okay when Microsoft does it, but it's okay when PlayStation does it. It's like, keep that same energy. We knew it wasn't a monopoly with the Activision deal, but there is a chance for a monopoly here. Not for the From Software piece. No issue with that. I still think that they can't afford to keep it solely off Xbox. I still think that they will need to put some games on Xbox in general, but I do think there would be games that specifically would be exclusive and wouldn't come to Xbox as a result of this acquisition. But yeah, just financially, I don't necessarily know if they can afford it, because they're still reeling from over $400 million loss of Concord and Firewalk Studio going, and also with the $3.6 billion deal that was Bungie that has not done anything.
Right.
That is just a black hole of money, in my opinion,
Mhm.
because their opinions around like Last of Us factions and going, hey, maybe not go ahead with that. That game might have done well. Fucking would have done better than Concord.
Mm.
Um, and like they've re-envisioned what they're doing with Marathon, and Marathon to me, I know Bungie does great gameplay around like the shooting mechanics, all of that. That is not the issue, but the hero shooter or the hero extraction shooter um idea, just the art style for Marathon just hits no note. I'm not interested in whatsoever. The fact that this game was meant to be coming out this year and we haven't seen
Mhm.
anything on it at all, and it's been delayed to next year and we still haven't seen anything on it, makes me super concerned that Bungie was a
Yeah.
really bad purchase and they
Mhm.
really need to be smart, which is why they're going maybe after an animation one. They can make money off anime.
Mhm.
And so that might be why, and just the icing on top would be From Software. But From Software has made it a great job of selling a lot of copies of games that are everywhere. Yes, you've got the likes of Demon Souls and Bloodborne that aren't on Xbox. That's fine. But the other games have done really well because they've been everywhere. Because not everyone likes Souls games, so
And
you
I
needed
believe
it
Sony owned
for
about
everybody.
16 of FromSoft, by the way, already, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. So that's worth
And hey, and
pointing out.
if Sony was going to do something with Bloodborne, they would have done it
They
by
would
now.
have done that shit by
I
now.
would have done it
I
by now.
know they know that that is a game that people want, regardless of how it, let's say, sold overall. People
Put it on
want
PC.
another game from that, and
Well,
they would have done that by
the
now. So
guy who
apparently they
created
don't
it
see.
loves
Yeah,
the IP, and I bet you he wants to do something with it, but obviously can't.
you can't when you don't own it.
Yeah, it's true.
You know.
It's true.
So
Yeah. I don't know. The people who are like going, this is the greatest thing and all of that, I'm just like, I mean, it's good for PlayStation to some degree, but for the anime industry, it's a horrible
yeah.
thing to come out of it if this does go ahead, because you don't want monopolies. That's the biggest thing. We've heard it for the last how many fucking years about monopolies. Now there is one, you're blind to it.
Mm.
Make that make sense. That community is
Make it make
fucked.
sense, baby. Make it make sense.
Um, okay. We've got a bit of quick news. I'll just bring it up here. I say quick news. I'm mindful that it's getting late and I'm hungry. But we've got some news around. I'm going to share this. Share this. Um, Xbox Cloud Gaming, stream your own games. That is available to those on mobile. So you can stream 50 games. It's only currently 50, and it will be coming to other places if you have access to Xbox Cloud Gaming. It is only available on the Ultimate tier, and that is the same way with on PlayStation. The PS Portal got streaming access for some of the games on their end. It's still in beta on their side, but that is only available with the premium tier. So there's no difference when you're looking at trying to do a comparison and call it out and say that's not fair. They're both doing the same thing, but basically, if you're not aware, you used to only be able to play cloud games that they had set up as cloud games. Now they're opening the door and allowing you to play games that you already own via the cloud. And they're going to continue to expand this. Soul, are you a cloud gamer? Are you excited and happy about this? Especially when we know that there's possibly an Xbox handheld coming out in future, and it's going
Well,
to go to PC and anything else.
that's what makes me excited about this. I did pick up another Fire Stick, and I think I picked up an adapter so that I could hardwire, so that that experience could be, as best that it could. Um, but you know what I did not do? I did not open that box. I did not open that box and get it going just to see, how that experience would be as far as cloud is concerned. But it is, the list of games is pretty good, and surprising at that, to be perfectly honest. Some pretty heavy games, intensive games when you look at the list that they had there.
Space Marine
Uh,
2, Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, Cyberpunk was on there. So I was like, shit,
Cyberpunk,
what the
Final
hell?
Fantasy Pixel
So
Remastered. Yeah,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
a good
yeah.
list.
So it's a pretty nice little list there. But I'll tell you what, it'll be more exciting when they
Open it all
give us
up.
more information about that. Well, not so much just open it up, but give us a little bit more information about that handheld for me. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
also
it.
think um, it's going to be interesting once people can actually purchase their games via the Xbox store as well on
Yeah,
your mobile, and then immediately once you purchase it, play it via cloud while your actual console or handheld
yeah,
installs it natively for you, so you can just play it right away. You don't have to wait. I think
yeah,
that's going to
yeah.
be your biggest selling feature, in my opinion.
Right. And you know what? It's funny how, when they dropped the last ad campaign and people
Yeah.
were like, well, but you can't play this here and you can't play this there. And then like 2 days later, they dropped this. I'm like, what the fuck is Microsoft doing? Drop this shit first and then drop the damn ad campaign
Yes,
as
thank you.
opposed to
I
being
agree. I
ass
saw.
backwards. I thought that was ass backwards. Now, unlike other people, I loved, and I know I'm getting a little bit off topic, I actually loved the ad campaign of getting with this or that. Now, the petty
I
me
loved
would
it
have
too.
I would have been petty, like get with this, PS Plus and get with that, this Game Pass and then that PS. I would have done that, but hey, Microsoft, they're not fighting that fight anymore, so that's cool. But I actually really loved it because first of all, that music is from my era. That's my generation of hip hop right there. Two, the music is just fire. Three, when you think of the artist who made it, Black Sheep, well, who's the black sheep of the gaming industry right now? See, a
Yeah.
lot of people didn't look that deep. They were just like, we don't really like it because you can't play the games here and there. No, Microsoft is letting you know who's the black sheep. What's the black sheep? You can get with this or you can get with that. I think you get with this because this is where it's at. That's how they should have ended the
Yeah,
shit.
that's
And they
should
should
have
have
fucking
brought
done
up
it.
the whole thing with the Xbox coming up and then just show all
Do
the
you know
games
why?
that's
Do
out
you know
now
why
and
they
what's
should have done
coming.
that? Because this is how we share old games. This is how we share
Same.
games, fucking thing. Like, that's
You
what
know,
they fucking should have trolled them on it.
so man, so I'm that's what I'm saying. That's an opportunity for Microsoft. They could have gone Wendy's for anybody who follows Wendy's because they have the funniest Twitter or X or whatever you want to say. Wendy's goes hard. And so yeah, East Side, and so they need somebody who is running their social media to step their game up with those type of things. I think that would have been really really dope if they had a version like that. It's still not too late. It's
Yeah.
still not too late. But no, handheld, and then I'm really there about the gaming when they get the app store and everything running smoothly, which I think is
Yeah.
going to be really really soon. I'm excited to see what they're gonna information they're going to give us at the Game Awards show. I think Microsoft has something in store, and I really think it has something to do with either handheld. That doesn't mean they're going to show it, but maybe they tell us something. Maybe they give us some features. Maybe it's the App Store. It's a little bit more about what's coming in the future, and I think
Yeah.
we're going to be pleasantly surprised. So,
I agree.
yeah.
Nero, do you want to add anything in there?
Um, mm, Not really. I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably gonna sound like an old man, but I don't really care about cloud, and I don't feel
Fair
like
enough.
the internet as a whole isn't where it should be for me to really care about cloud at the moment. I will say for the handheld situation, I will say that's important because prior I didn't give a fuck about a portal because you need your PlayStation on and connected and shit like that. But now PlayStation is playing catch up pretty much and saying that you can stream certain games now on the PlayStation Portal or stream your
Well, you don't need
library in general.
a console now,
So
right?
yeah, I mean, so yeah, with situations like that, that's dope, you know.
Yeah.
So, but personally, I'm be honest, I don't really care about cloud. I haven't had too many great experiences with cloud, probably because my internet isn't the best, admittedly. But I just don't care. It was a couple times I tried games on cloud for PlayStation, I mean on Xbox, and I was cute. I'm playing Batman Arkham Origins through PS Plus on cloud. Sometimes it don't feel as smooth as just playing natively. Um, what else? Resistance. I tried to play that on cloud during PlayStation, so and that shit was acting weird as fuck too. So cloud for me has always been a mixed bag. So I'm not gonna pretend like I'm just hugely caring and investing about it. But it is dope to see Microsoft leading the way. I just when the handheld get here, I'll care more because I don't play on phones, on my phone and stuff like that. I know a lot of people do, but that's just not me. That's why I thrive for a dedicated handheld from Xbox, and I'll be happy when that get here. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. I feel you on that whole handheld thing. I'm also of the mind like it's going to be a big thing when handheld comes in. I think it's going to be a big thing just in future in general. I also think the technology isn't quite there yet. But yeah. I'm mindful of our time and I don't want us to go too long. But I'm just going to quickly add Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has done a fantastic job. And this is something that I'm like, obviously, it going into Game Pass has really made a big difference around accessibility and people accessing this game and just trying it out. Because if you have a look at the charts around what people are playing, finally Black Ops 6 is at the top on PC charts. Usually it's like oh my god, why can't I think what it's called? Usually it's oh, I shouldn't have done that. I unclicked that. Okay, I can't do it. Why is what's it called? Something Siege. Why can't I think of what it's called? Someone tell me what it's called.
What was your
It's
question
like
again?
That Siege game. It's that Siege game that's usually on top of PC charts. It's a shooting game.
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike, yeah.
Counter-Strike,
There you
right?
go. Counter-Strike, that and fuck, I can't think of it. That's okay. That's all right. But it actually was up the top there because of Game Pass. It's doing a really good job in general. I just wanted to kind of put some things there around just saying it's increased spending. Like there's a lot more people buying this game, a lot more people accessing this game, and so putting it in Game Pass has done a great job for the game itself, and also even just the subscriptions itself for them. Yeah, Siege. Lastly but not least, we're just going to talk about. We're going to do a deep dive, and I'm just going to go back to us because I couldn't get the video I wanted to work properly. Avowed. So, did any of you have a chance to watch? Yeah, any of you have a chance to watch the Avowed deep dive? And I think we talked a little bit about the show, but before the show. But I'm going to just throw to you there. Nera, I'm going to start with you. All the same consensus on this, but what was your thoughts about seeing this deep dive? Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize my mic was muted. I think that it looks really good. Every time I've been sold on Avowed since day one. It's
So
nothing
have
they
I.
get sold. Like I'm sold. Like just take my money. Like I'm here. Um, I'm sold. It looks cool. It answered more. Like I like just the little piece I did get to see. I did enjoy seeing like I'll say the gun that they was using during the playthrough, shooting that repeater, and switching to magic, like just seeing how the different weapon swaps and stuff like that was
Yeah,
really dope. Facial animations, it looked really good. I think I prefer this art style to Dragon's Dragon Age the Veilguard, and I
100%.
enjoy that already. So and then they sold me on the whole choices and shit. Like, one of my critiques what what you call it was that, I feel like I can't be as evil as I want to. Hearing how evil you can be in this game is really dope to me, man. So
Yeah.
I'm in there day one. It's up for pre-order. You can use the $25 to get the deluxe edition upgrade, and then you can get it 5
5
days
days
early.
early.
See, I'm in February. I'm going on a trip to Vegas, so I'm tempted to get it, but I don't know when. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
I don't want to get the early shit and then be gone. But then I thought like I don't give a damn. Like it's Obsidian. They deserve all the accolades. So I think it
Yeah.
looks amazing. I think this might be a hot take. I think Avowed would be better than every RPG we got this year. And we done got some bangers this year. So that might be a take.
Who knows? I think based off what we've heard, based off what we've seen, based off the impressions that are coming out, people are really enjoying this game. But Soul, I'm going to throw to you.
Mm.
Where are you on this with Soul? Yeah.
Hey, I'm pretty much right there with Nero. I am ready for this bad boy to come out. Um, I'm actually glad though. This is where we differ though, as far as it coming out. I know he was really looking forward to for it to drop at the end of the year. I'm glad it's dropping where it's dropping. Xbox does seem to have a problem of we're gonna have too many games, and where do we put these so we're not bumping heads with the games that we are having coming in as third party, second party, and then of course our first party. And so where do we mix it up where we have a variety? And it's probably going. It's kind of like for my religious folk out there, he might not come when you want him, but he's always on time, right? So I kind of look at this game is probably going to come right on time, where you have a nice little gap and you can fit it on in. What I've seen so far is really looking good. Like when they gave us the first initial CGI trailer, I was like, oh, okay. I don't know what this is, but I
It was
like it.
it was a little bit
Yeah.
dark, right? Yeah.
It was a little dark and it had that kind of maybe a more realistic look, right? If that's what you
Hmm.
want to go for. And then when they showed us it again, I was like, well, that's not what they showed us. But I'm digging the art style because I love different art styles. I'm huge with art styles. I like, from simple to complex to realistic, whatever you want to say. 8-bit, 16-bit, you name it.
Yeah.
So the gameplay looks a lot tighter. The fighting looks a lot tighter. It looked a little clunky at first. Um, I hope people don't go in thinking it's about to be. If it can come close to what we get with Dragon's Dogma, I'll be okay. Perfectly fine with that, right? The world, it looks beautiful, vibrant, full enough what they've shown so far. Um, the biggest thing for me is that you have a third person option. And
Yes.
I will be in third person because I love to see my character. I love to see my avatar when I'm playing these games. So I really want to see how that plays out. I will switch back and forth just like the same way I do in Starfield. There's some gameplay mechanics that I'm really interested in, especially when you get to mix up some magic and then you got the gun pistol in one hand, wand in the
Yeah.
next. That's just the combinations that you can come up with are amazing to me. I'm really digging that. I'm looking forward to it. But was it February? February can't get here fast enough for that particular game. And the scary thing about that, though, is that February will be here. We'll be jumping into that. I know I'm jumping into that without a doubt. But here's my thing: if South of Midnight is in April, how far will I really be with a vow? Because I'm the type of player when I get sucked into a game like that, I'm all in. I'm nook and cranny everything. So it's kind of like because I'm telling you, South of
Yeah.
Midnight comes out, I'm dropping everything for that one.
100%.
But I am dropping everything for that one, and that's one that you can go through, and it'll be fairly linear, and but you can
Yeah.
come back to be like almost a good solid, and I hate to say palate cleanser because it will be different in that aspect, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm quietly excited about it, and this is
Mm.
something about me that I'm really getting into more and more RPGs,
Yeah.
really more and more, and I used to kind of stray away from them simply because at this level, this type of RPG, simply because at the time, and that's something that I have less and less of, to be perfectly honest. Um,
I think that's
but this looks like something I really want to get into, and
Eastside
kind of
Vandal
really dive into.
says 25
25 hours,
hours
yeah,
at
I
least.
see it.
I think that's the main story, right? You're
It's
like
like
me
main
and
story.
I'm gonna make it into 75 hours.
Oh, easy, easy. Like I like let's say Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yes, I know. Those games sometimes get bloated, and they have a string of games that are just ridiculously long, except for especially with the last one.
Valhalla.
Valhalla, yes.
That was so long.
And but Odyssey, I put way too many hours in that I didn't need to, but I'm all over the map. I'm searching everything, but I was that into that game. So I know that I will, this one looks like the same type of thing where I really want to get into it, search every nook and cranny because it's new. So it's new for
Yeah.
me. It's a new experience. You know what I mean? You know how it
Yeah.
is when you get you got a new girlfriend, and for
Mm.
all, for those who new boyfriend or new mate, and you start exploring everything and you're exploring every nook and cranny of your relationship, get your mind out the gutter, you know, unless
Why
you
would
got
you
some.
think my mind would go there? Like,
And
why
I
would
didn't,
you
I
think
well,
that? Like,
Panda, I was
honestly, I
speaking to
mean,
the
my
chat,
my
Panda Bear.
reputation precedes itself, to be
I
honest.
was speaking to the
Um,
chat, Panda Bear, not to you, but hey, you're guilty as charged, you and your Diddy oil. But okay, but yeah, so I know that this one I'm really looking forward to getting into, and it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be crazy. Now,
yeah,
let me ask you this though, before you really get into it on your end here. So, um, I can't remember. Are they allowing any multiplayer with that?
no, nope.
Because that would be so cool to be able to run
That
around
is
with
that is
two or
my
three
thing. Is
people.
like
That'd be cool.
this would be such a good game, just to even just co-op.
Yeah,
Just co-op. You've always got
yeah.
one person that you're like sometimes you're both playing the game and you're drawing it and you get to different parts and you're like, I can't say anything, I don't want to spoil it.
Mhm.
But you're like, I would just really love to play this game with you and let's experience it together.
There you go.
That's the thing that I think like it should be in this game, but it is not. Um, it is a single player game, so I guess there's
Yeah.
that side of it. But it's still gonna be a game that we're all gonna fucking love. I'm sick of seeing it. I just want to
Mhm.
play it. I am glad it's being pushed to Feb. And I just really want to stress that it's mainly because right now the game is 30
Mm-hmm.
FPS. They're
Mm-hmm.
targeting for launch 60. So they've got a
Right.
few months to do more optimization to not impact the fidelity and visual side of the game and the experience you're going to get, but also offer us a 60 FPS on that title. It might not be there at launch, it might come in hot just after launch, but I really, really want to see if we can get 60 at launch. I'm going to be playing that game at 60. I mean, it's going to be nice to play it at 30 anyway. Dirt Griggity, hello,
My
yes,
Dirt, what's
man,
good,
soul.
brother?
Dirt, what's up, baby? Thank you for dropping in.
Hey,
Yes,
Dirt,
sir.
real quick, bro. Amazing interview with Paris the other night, bro. I
Yeah,
really
Yo,
enjoyed
it
that
was. Thank you,
for
so
Nero,
sure.
for
good,
dropping that in. It
Yes,
was
sir.
it
Yes,
was
sir.
fire.
100%.
It really was, man. Hey, hold on. And I'm sorry, Panda. For those who
You're
didn't get a
okay.
chance to see it, for those who didn't get a chance to see it, Dirt has been on a roll, right? Dirt has been on all kind of podcasts. He's jumping in, he's doing his thizzle, and I'm loving it because Dirt has a very special point of view that he runs with his show, and it's so widely accepted for what it is, and nobody has a problem with Dirt being Dirt. So we love Dirt around here, right? But
100%.
one thing about when he was on ILP, and then with Paris, coming in on his show the other day, um, it's crazy because you can see Dirt. It's like this little gleam in his eye. My man gets excited, and I can tell it. And you gotta know Dirt and watch him to know, like, you can see the excitement. So like when Paris popped in, it's put it like this: for those who don't maybe watch these other podcasters, YouTubers, content creators or whatnot, ILP, I'm not gonna say it's the Mecca, but it's kind of like the Mecca, right? Paris, whether you like his takes or not, Paris is doing his thing, and he's widely recognized in this space. So when you have someone like him who is lurking, like he likes to say, and he comes in and he wants to be a part of your chat, or you ask him and he jumps in, that's a great opportunity because there are so many eyes on Paris. Whether you like it or not, his delivery, his thoughts, whatever you want to say, there's so many eyes. And that's just a great opportunity for anyone who can get him on the show to come in or whatnot. And Dirt, you know, if you listen to his story, hey man, my man has got it out the mud. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's got it out the mud and he's doing his thing, you know. And you never know. We might see old Dirt on a flight sim fly out or whatnot. You know, Dirt might get flued out.
A lot of people
He
don't
might get
know.
flued out. You never know. But man, Dirt does his thing, man. And I absolutely love what he's bringing to the table. So man, thank you for jumping in and being a part. You know, I'm gonna holler at you. We gotta get you on
Low
here one
key, we
Saturday
gotta thank
afternoon, homie.
Dirt for the Aim Down Sights podcast, because Dirt gave me my first ever opportunity to come on a podcast. Dirt was the first podcast I ever went on. So him
That's what's
doing
up.
that
Dirt,
made me
Dirt was on
comfortable.
our
It was a
first
bigger channel.
episode.
Yeah, that too. He was here from the very beginning, man. So very solid dude. Yo, Dirt Griggity, I promise you, if I become a Sony pony nigga and sell out, if Halo and Gears go to PlayStation, guess what, my nigga? I would never down talk you. But the rest of you niggas, nah, I'm just playing. Nah, shout out Dirt though, man, for sure. And Paris, man.
Yeah.
Paris, another one who deserves a shout out. He been doing this thing, yo. Period. Like,
Yeah, no
whether you
doubt.
like him or not, he's been
100%.
doing his thing. So
Yeah,
definitely.
He
yeah,
just
yeah.
got such a. I just love
Love
listening to him. Like I watched his Avowed interview as well, and that was just fantastic.
See the
It's
ADS
really good,
panel.
yeah.
We give flowers around here. We give flowers. You know what I'm saying? I might
Yeah.
be a hating
Hey,
bitch hand
Dirt,
here, but
Two
Dirt.
others.
As long
Yeah.
as you know he's a pony bot. Dirt, man. He been pony botting, man. He been pony
Honestly,
botting.
last week he was
I'm
so
just,
bad last week.
yeah, man. Come on, man. I'm just broadening my horizon, man. I'm just
Man,
listen.
He in the
listen.
stables, man. You know, he
so
he
it's
gonna
okay
come
for
up with fleet.
Xbox to give games away, but God forbid they give me away. That's where
Nah,
y'all
they
draw
hey
the
man,
line.
they're
Phil
not
giving me a
giving
PlayStation, where
anything
y'all
away.
draw the line.
It's called 70-30 and 80-20.
Yeah, that is very true.
Ain't nothing for free, baby. Ain't nothing for free. And you know why you eating real good in Game Pass? 80-20. 70-30. Ain't nothing for free, baby. We don't like it, but ain't nothing for free.
Nothing for
Long
free,
as I can keep
100%.
on eating, I'm good. I'm gravy with
All
it.
right. Okay. Well, this has been a long show. It's almost 3 hours, so we're
Great
gonna
show, man.
close up shop. It has been a
Over
great,
250 with us right
fantastic
now, man.
show. Just want to say a shout out to over 254 people watching us live. Over 236 of them are on X and Twitter. Like, insane how many people join in and watch us from that platform. So thank you all so much. We appreciate you all, regardless of whether you choose to watch us live or watch us after the fact. We are just gamers who enjoy playing video games and talking about them, and enjoy hanging out with everybody in the chat each and every week. I think next week there's Thanksgiving. People are going to be away, so
Yeah.
we probably looking at not doing a show unless I can get 2 other guests on to do a show with me. We shall see. But that is the intent. We may not be back next week, but we'll definitely be back the week after. But please take care of yourselves. For those who are going to be, I guess it's Thanksgiving next week over in the States. Happy Thanksgiving for next week. We're just going to do some outros. Honestly, Dirt, fuck you as the man. You need to go back earlier on the show and watch the edits of Nero. They were fantastic. We're going to do some outros. So where can we avoid you, Nero? What platforms do we want to avoid you on? Where can we
avoid X, Blue Sky. Blue Sky is such a chill app, Panda. Like, it's such a chill. NextGenNero, all platforms, everywhere. Guys, after this, please, feel free to check out the review I just did for Dragon Age, the Veil Guard. I have more content coming, so everybody just sit tight. And if we don't do a podcast next week, which I'm gonna be honest, we probably won't, because I got a really busy week coming up, and the family and just getting things together.
Me trying to find guests this time of year. Everyone's busy, right?
Everybody's busy. Yeah, we can't help it that Panda live in West Bumblefuck. Like
I live in Middle Earth. Thank you.
She does. She does. And NextGenNero, guys. And even if we don't do a pod, we'll still have some content coming to the channel and shit anyway. And I wanted to say on Twitch too, NextGenNero, guys. Look, if you guys love the Telltale Walking Dead series, I'm about to do a funny ass playthrough where I'm being as evil as possible. Like, I love that game, and that game damn near brought tears to my eyes certain times. Like Clem Lee, I loved him. So making the worst decisions possible in this game on stream is gonna be the funniest shit ever. Yo, FarQ, I need you to put me on Lee, right? Because that's gonna be my thumbnail for when I put the streams after I finish on Twitch and I put them on YouTube for people who didn't catch live. I'm gonna use one of them thumbnails, man. So yeah, NextGenNero on all platforms. And thank you, like Panda said, everyone, man. Over 250 people, man, incredible. Much love.
Yep. And Soul, where can they find you?
Hey, the party people can find me over there still on X at I Got Soul with a W. You can find me on Blue Sky. I Got Soul also with that W on Blue Sky. I like it over there. The skies are nice and blue over
Yes,
there. But then
it is.
also on Xbox, you can find me at I Got Soul. This time because Xbox, I don't know, man. Microsoft needs to fix their shit. And let me get more characters. You can find me there, but without the W this time. All right. And I am there, and I'm going there in a few minutes here. Find me there, friend me up. Let's get it in. Let's talk some shit.
Yep.
Let's continue. Let's keep the party going.
All right. Well, I might be on Xbox shortly. It just depends when my parents come back because my parents are
Gotcha.
over and they're out. But I'm planning to be on Xbox, maybe to be playing some more Sniper
Gotcha.
Elite 5.
No
But
smoke.
yeah. But
And I also wanted to say too, guys, happy Thanksgiving early, because we probably will be back afterwards. So happy holidays if you celebrate it, or whatever you do celebrate. Enjoy friends, enjoy family, and stay safe, guys.
yes, stay safe. And before I go, you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Blue Sky, Red Dead Panda. You can find me on Xbox, Red Dead Panda. You know what my logo looks like. And we're gonna do our outro. Everybody, have a great rest of your Saturday night or Sunday morning or whatever time of day you're watching from. We love all of you, and we'll see you later.
Holla
Bye.
at y'all. Have a great weekend. Happy Thanksgiving.